D stream, attempt number 2, normally scheduled on Tuesdays, now happening on Wednesday.
We all grew very old waiting for people to join.
All right, now I'm going to interject on
Maybe you
everything that
did.
you guys are doing, and what I'm going to have happen is Dismiss gets the urge to steal some goodies and opens this door silently and sneaks into this room and closes the door and then turns around to see a horrifying ghost, a spooky apparition, and it opens its cloak all disgusting like bleh! And inside its cloak it has all of the souls that he's collected trapped in where his body should be. And he unleashes a couple of these headless ghost vampire things out, and they ensnare Dismas, and he is, or yeah, Dismas
His
is
head and
dragged
spine are
away,
ripped from his body.
Oh my
dragged
god.
away into the cloak, and then the collector simply closes his cloak, and Dismas is gone.
Uh, okay. When is this happening? Are we like sleeping?
And then the
No,
collector
we're
busy
busy
walks.
yelling
trying
at you
to
guys to hurry
go
up
in
and
the secret door.
The collector walks through this wall into this other room.
he's just there.
Wait. Oh, jeez. I thought this was an enemy for a second.
No,
This
that's
is the guy that let us
Curio.
in. Oh,
Hmm.
Curio. Oh yeah. I thought that was the guy who I had on a rat chase.
No.
Pigneedle ate too much cheese off this plate here and takes a small nap in this chair.
I have an idea.
Pigneedle takes a
I'm
shower.
just imagining frickin' the lizard man from Goblin Slayer. He's like, jeez, the nectar from the gods.
What do you guys
I
do?
wish they had more episodes.
Now,
Well,
where we left off, Bloop had found the stairs and is aware that there's the click clack of horrifying monsters in the darkness downstairs in the cellar.
Yeah.
Well, once I regroup with the party, I would like to I'd like to fire up my sensor with a healing potion so that everybody can get the fortifying vapors buff.
Well, hang on. Let's do this properly. So, Bloop, you hear the
Yes.
click clack of monsters in the darkness in the cellar. What do you say to your party members?
It's scary. Oh, I'm opening the door. Hurry up.
Okay, so now you guys are aware that there's probably some things to fight down there. Now you can plan.
All right. Well, if I can get fortifying vapors in, and then get ready to set up a festering vapors, this would probably be a good chance to deal that poison.
So what you're saying is, hey guys, let's hang out here for a couple turns and prepare for combat.
Yes.
That's smart.
Oh, do we have
get some buffs going before we just charge in all willy-nilly.
Well,
Leron's going.
the monsters haven't noticed anything. They're staying downstairs for now.
So I'll be right here when I do my fortifying vapors, because each of you needs to be within 5 feet. So all of you get healed 1 HP and get a +2 buff to your Constitution save.
My hero.
And then I prepare the next skill that I'll be using, my Festering Vapors.
How long does this thing last? The extra con saves?
It looks like it lasts throughout the entire combat.
Doesn't it say you have to be close to them? It's like a sensor.
Yep. Allies within 5 feet get healed for 1 HP and get +2 to buff to con saves.
Okay, so if you've ever seen like a religious ceremony, like a Catholic church, where the priest walks around and he's got like a little thing hanging from a chain. It looks like a little lantern, and it's like
That is a sensor, yes.
it's a sensor, and it's got a bunch of incense in it that are burning. It's like an alchemical. It's like a drug, basically, and he's burning this drug and wafting it around. So if you're close enough to where you're breathing in the vapors, you get the healing effect and all that.
Yes. Yes, Long.
Or I should say she, because Tinkerton looks kind of feminine.
Yes, she is a female.
They may be able to hear it, but I'm fairly certain that
We probably still would get the surprise round.
probably will still get the surprise round, and they kind of know that we're up here.
You have to put your character's name in first for me to realize that you're talking. So when I'm
He
talking
uses
in
the
the chat,
quotation marks.
ah. Apologies.
I'm a really slow typer, so I don't do it much.
In my
Just
prime,
use
I
I
your
could.
two
mostly do it
fingers.
because I try to do it while other people are talking.
In my prime, I could do 300 words a minute typing. I don't think so. I mean, if they were
I
aware of our
smell the S?
presence, we probably wouldn't be able to stand around and prepare.
So far, only Bloop has gone into the secret passage, and not very far.
I'm
But she
opening
already
the door.
saw them or just
I'm-
heard them?
I
All
heard
she
them.
did was hear that there are monsters in the darkness in the cellar. I mean, she didn't want to go down into that spooky cellar alone, did she?
No.
I guess not. Okay, if we have time to prepare, I may as well prepare. Why am I missing a spell? I'm missing a spell. What was that?
Shatter?
No. It's a cantrip.
We
Oh.
didn't even. Wait, no, we fought stuff in the
Well, you don't lose
wilderness area.
cantrips, so
There's an empty space.
cantrips are infinite.
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
he used any spells in the wilderness space.
Maybe you never picked it.
Maybe I had intention to change it, but whatever. Create a
You're like,
bonfire.
Eldritch Blast is fine forever.
Eldritch Blast, because why would you need anything else? Okay, Long's gonna be gone. He's flipping a chicken.
All right.
Oh, there it is. It's up here. Word of Radiance. Must have
Who
been moved.
doesn't love flipping chickens?
But oh well, I'll go with Create Bonfire. Okay, so if we are preparing, what spells can I prepare? Minor Illusion. Nope. 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 Not that one. Not that one either. Nope. 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 No. Niet. Nada. No Peruni. No Perino.
And you're talking mad shit about pig taking forever.
Nah. There's nothing I can really cast. Fog Cloud? Maybe. Right in the hole. Right in the hole. Ooh, I know what I'll cast. Shillelagh. Okay, there we go. Done. Yeah.
You know what? You should cast your snake and just throw your snake in the middle of the room right here.
He'd
Nah,
have
we
to
need
be
to-
in the front, and I doubt that he's that
He's
brave
already
of a man to
there.
actually.
Sort of.
Yes, but this is a secret passage.
Hey, I'll
There's
gladly
only
go.
5 feet of.
Are we talking in character here or out third person?
I'm
Yeah,
outside.
Yeah, out of character.
Right. I'd gladly go in front. I can handle myself as a front line, but I do more damage from the back line.
Can anybody use that staff? Like, I mean, can anybody actually activate that staff?
Nope, just me. Requires attunement,
Just you.
and you have to be either a cleric, a warlock, or a druid.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
So
I mean,
Bloop could use the staff.
Bloop could do it too, but
But-
I guess she doesn't have the attunement.
Yeah, she's not attuned to it.
Well,
See this
I
stick?
mean,
It's my stick.
we could quietly discuss, in this room that we're sitting in, we could quietly discuss a plan of action, and then once we all come to an agreement, then we can enact.
Okay.
And I'm
From now
saying
on,
this in
I'm going to be
character.
talking. From now on, I'm going to be talking as if I'm my character. Okay. So no more third person. Anybody seen Dismas?
I didn't see him since I last came back to catch up with you guys.
Leron is going to send his familiar over to the door.
All right.
God damn it.
You approach the door.
Is this a galaxy cat I see? What?
Kind of. It's one of my familiar options that you'll never see. Okay, I know it ended quickly. I'm gonna send Scorbeak over to over into
Whoops.
the hallway by scuttling under the door like a rat, like they were able to do last time, which still makes no sense.
All right. So you enter the room through a small rat hole that's under and behind a chair into the room. There's a trail of ectoplasm and something of Dismas's that's laying on the ground, but it's like a piece of torn fabric and there are blood stains.
Taken away into the night like usual.
Bloodstains, eh?
Yes. And then the ectoplasm sort of goes off in that direction towards that door over there.
I can't move the familiar because Fox is being a dick. Like a
What? It's not
colossal
selected.
penis. I'm gonna have Scorbeak scout this area.
Why is
I'm
the
gonna follow
collector so huge?
Follow the blood trail.
He's
Where's the trail?
He's made up of many, many, many people.
Has he just moved over here?
He went through the wall. He's a ghost.
I'm going to have
Thanks,
Scorbeak
Adam.
follow the collector, and through Leiron, I'm going to say to my guys, so you're going to see Leiron 1 second, he's got his eyes closed, he's meditating to try and concentrate, and suddenly his eyes open up and go, oh my freaking god, he's back!
No. The collector went down this hall and has since disappeared.
Oh,
There's
so I haven't seen him.
Now after
only
you
a trail
shout
of
all the
ectoplasm
buttons,
remains.
now we're here. Oh, he's like a slug.
You could roll a history check to see if you remember what this ectoplasmic trail means.
Can I?
Yeah, you could try
DM?
I mean, we've
knowledge
encountered him
arcana,
before.
perhaps.
Knowledge Arcana? Yeah, sure.
Do
Magic
knowledge
goo.
arcana and a history.
You know that my Arcana is super high, right?
You know what you know, but
You
maybe
know
you
what
can
you know
gain
what you
new
know.
information from the knowledge from the arcana.
17.
Kind of
Bad
terrible
roll,
for
but
you.
good mods.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, with a 17, you can tell that this is definitely ectoplasm from some sort of ghost. A ghost that produces this much ectoplasm must have like a powerful hold on the world, the material world, to where he can affect things. That's kind of scary, really.
Okay, I'm going to tell my companions, guys, I found some slime.
But it has
Ooh.
to do with the undead. You know that.
No, in all seriousness,
Oh
I
boy,
managed
jelly
to
cubes.
Are you
perceive you.
starting to go Bill Murray? Bill Murray on the.
I'm in first person here. I don't know what you're talking about. Who is this Bill Murray?
He's a scientist I know from back home.
Ah, does he specialize in ghosts? Because I can most certainly tell that there is a ghost remains out there, some kind of ectoplasmic liquid trailing the floor that wasn't there before.
We
I
gonna
believe
we
the
gonna
scientific
bust them. We're
term
gonna
would
be called
be
the
paracausalist.
Ghostbusters.
Okay, I didn't understand a word of anything either of you said. Don't interrupt each other.
Ghostbusters.
Well,
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum.
out of character, my character says, no, in. Oh my god.
Be in
I was
character.
like, wait.
This is a role-playing game. Be in character.
I believe the scientific term for that profession is paracausalist.
What?
One who deals with the supernatural.
Very well. Whatever. Point it.
Got it.
Po-
Or a necromancer. They deal with the supernatural a lot.
Point is evil, slimy thing leaving trails. I feel like I've seen that somewhere before, but my memory is hazy even with this piece of
In my
metal.
mind, it's just like Netflix.
Never mind it right now. We'll take care of whatever problem it may cause later, but for right now, we need to decide on a plan of action for this
Leron's going to look to his
encounter
left.
that we're about to have.
Laren's going to look to his left, snap his fingers, and suddenly Scorbeak will be there.
Wait,
Very well, then let us continue with the task at hand.
Scorpic teleports?
Well, I can summon him. I can summon the
To-
familiar to any point within 30 feet of me that I can see.
Uh.
But it's an action, so I don't do it often.
Okay.
So we know there's monsters in there, and it probably has to do with our suspicion of, the whole vampirism deal.
Yes, the
Are
band.
we supposed to cleanse them and kill them and then leave the bodies here, or what do we want to do once we kind of deal with the things in there?
Well, I was
Perhaps
thinking,
we could
perhaps,
have a messenger run back to the village.
perhaps it would be worthy to leave it be. I mean, think about it. If we were to desecrate what lies below the mansion, then that's clear evidence that we've ventured into an area that we shouldn't have been. If we destroy that, that's evidence. I think that we should take our findings and leave in the morning.
That reminds, out of character, that reminds my
You
character.
make
So
a
my,
good point.
so Tinkerton will hand the bony wand over to Leiron and say, "Here, the familiar from Bloop and managed to find this, and I think you would be able to make more use of it than I will."
I take the wand. What does it look like?
A centipede. A very stiff centipede.
Do I have to be attuned in order to use it?
You feel like this is
There.
sort of like your staff.
Kind of like my staff.
You can summon a giant centipede.
I'm gonna ask everyone. Would you guys accompany me in an experiment?
What kind of experiment?
Well,
Tinkerton's eyes light up when you say experiment, because she's all for experimentation.
You won't be able to put this on
What?
my base. It's weird. Okay, first order of business, everyone up against the wall. I want to be able to kill this thing quickly if something very bad happens.
Is this an ERP I just walked into?
Well, it is an experiment.
Wait,
Mhm.
By the way,
why
you're
are you
late.
doing it there?
Good
Why
morning.
are you doing it in this room?
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
And what? This room?
Man, that meeting must have really fucked your whole schedule up.
Well, I want to know if I'm
It
summoning a.
did, and he's late.
So it
He's
hasn't
still
happened.
not here.
Oh
No.
my god.
I know.
Okay, if everyone goes up against the wall, because I want to know what I'm throwing. I'm not wabbajacking this. I'm going to take the wand and I'm going to throw it 10 feet as if it were my staff.
It clatters across the floor.
Oh,
Yeah, I do need to attune to it, is the thing.
Well, can I try and attune to it? Because you already have a staff, and I don't have anything other than a bubbly.
You have
Well,
a
if it-
magical trident.
That can
That's
summon
for
fish.
fish, though. It doesn't really help in this kind of setting.
Then get a fish. Then buy your fish a pair of water-breathing lungs. Sorry, air-breathing lungs, and I will hand you the
Actually,
staff.
She could. I mean, I do think there
That's-
is a type of lungfish that lives in England.
and it's a shitty pet.
Laron's going to go over to Pig Needle, and he's going to ask him as Pig Needle devours his chomps in cheese. I'm going to say, "We're about to go into the dungeon hole." Wait a second, and he's going to go back to the allies. Are we destroying this dungeon hole? I mean, like I said, it's going to leave evidence that we're, not here.
Tampering
Well,
with their stuff.
logically speaking, if we leave now and manage to anonymously tip off anybody who would be willing to look into this matter, we might have a better chance of catching the Baron off guard.
I feel like we should send a rogue in there, but I think our rogue got devoured by a ghost. So
Stranger things have happened.
Stranger Things music. If you want, I can turn back into a rat and I don't know, grab things, look around or something. later on can send his familiar into.
I'm just kind of curious that if we send people in there, if they would get infected instead of us handling it.
Well,
I
perhaps we
don't
could
know if I trust other people to
volunteer.
handle it.
Perhaps we could volunteer with some some persuasion of those who would be looking into this matter to come as sort of an escort or a bodyguard, so that we might be able to mitigate such a thing.
Come with the officials. Ah, yes. And then
I will
What?
take.
present them.
What if I were to teleport us back to the hamlet? Then we could instigate. Then we could tell our who was it again? The bishop. I could tell the bishop of my of our found of our. Ugh! Sorry, Leron has a terrible stutter. I could tell the bishop of our findings, and we could decide on a course of action from
You
there.
guys are already in the noble district, so it wouldn't take long to go see the bishop.
Oh,
Uh,
so what is he,
Tinker-
like next door?
Well,
Does
he's
he live here?
He's in the area. Think
Well,
of this
How
then-
as
far
like
away is?
think of this as like a building in the hamlet, so the bishop's place is somewhere else in the town.
Hold up.
Ah.
I will take a bone
I'm sure
shard
later
and
on
write
we'll
something on the
handle
wall right here to make note that it was.
So this
here.
is like, so to me, this is just like a building that I've seen in passing but never gone into.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Well, you know,
Okay. So
these
Leron will
these
say.
mansions, like they have big areas of land around them, so you might see it in the distance on a hill, but you've never gotten close to it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, we should go get other people and then murder.
What I'm
Okay.
worried about is our lack of evidence from here that would be able to suggest that we know exactly what we're talking about. So,
I have a knife and
Well,
a
if we
bloody
get them-
handkerchief.
And if we get the wait, did we picked up the bloody heart? Did we not?
We've got like a bottle filled with blood. Do we
Pretty
have that?
much.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
all the bottles.
Or
All the bottles that we had. Oh, speaking of which, Tinkerton takes out a bottle of liquor and starts drinking.
Leon's gonna look to you and say, "Is now really the time?"
It helps to take the
Uh,
edge off.
if Scorebeak could turn into something, I don't know, with opposable thumbs or hands and get a vial, perhaps there's some liquids of unholiness that you could obtain down there.
What?
And
Scoop
we
up?
could present that to and present that to the bishop or the fanatic guy who likes to kill these things.
Very well, but if my familiar dies, you owe me 10 gold.
Bubbly grabs the food plate.
Pigneedle awakes from his short nap, sitting on the comfortable chair in the waiting room of
Is it still
the Baron's
nighttime?
house. It is still nighttime. It was a short nap.
And we're not supposed to go anywhere. He said did not leave this room, right?
Yeah, the custodian told you guys you could hang out here, but you shouldn't leave this room.
Guys, we shouldn't leave this room, I say through the doorway.
Through the doorway.
Well, as Leiron's doing that, He-Man will walk out and presume to look normal.
Okay,
He's not here yet.
but he could be.
Are we allowed to leave this room?
No.
Like,
Either there or we go in the bathroom, but that's it. They didn't want us going into this other guest room.
I
Yeah.
still
Well,
don't
then-
understand why we weren't allowed in here or here. I mean,
He said so.
You're not worthy.
A short,
beds for everyone and one for the master guy. I mean,
a short
makes sense to
time
me.
later, the manservant opens the door here and he peeks his head in and he sees He-Man and Pigneedle and Tinkerton and Bloop.
and because we were here the whole time.
Were you?
Yes.
You having a discussion in this
only
room?
Scorebeak is in there.
All right. So he pokes his head in and he looks around, squints his eyes at you. His beady eyes and his big long pointy nose. It's like,
I'll hold up the half-empty plate of food and just shake it a little in this direction.
yeah. Okay. He's gonna say, you didn't come in this room, did you? There's a mess.
Which room?
I heard the running around in there. Was something the matter?
He sniffs loudly and then he looks at you all and he says, I did tell you to stay in this room. Do any of you need anything, refreshments or food?
Shake the plate more vigorously. So you top me off, good sir.
I will bring you
I
a new
would-
tray. He
Bidding-
Tinkerton,
wait, I will ask
Tinkerton will take this opportunity to try and see if she can get more evidence from this estate and say, yes, I would like the reddest wine that you have, something of a sanguine color.
he looks at you and he says, "Yeah, wine. I'll bring some." He
Leron,
Can
before
I
you leave,
ask him?
before he leaves, sorry, but Leron has, but I have to ask. Before you leave, I must ask, is there any way to get in contact with you? I mean, we're pretty stuck in this room, if you will. If we wanted
Right.
to leave, per
What's your
se,
phone number?
if we wanted to leave, per se, how would we get in contact?
Oh, well, if you need to leave, just the door's right there.
Wait, we're allowed to leave through that door? I thought
Y-
we weren't allowed to leave this area.
This way is like the courtyard where we entered in from. Where
Whenever
he
you're
showed-
well enough to leave, just go out through the door and back out into the courtyard and just go whenever you want.
Oh, we're
Well,
allowed
thank
back
you,
through that.
good sir.
Ah,
I mean, this is a washroom in here. You can technically be in here also.
sorry. Due to my noble ranking, I automatically assume that we are to leave through the front door.
I mean, you guys said you were tired from the long road, and so this is sort of like a little waiting area with a bathroom to freshen up and some seats to sit on, and he's bringing you food and drink. But then he sort of expects that you would be on your way at some point.
Well,
I'm
hopefully
gonna
once the
ask him for a tub of water, because if not, I'll die.
A tub of water, sure. He'll go into here and fetch a basin and bring it to you.
Well, thank you.
I strongly recommend that we stay here until daybreak. Because the bishop's not going to be awake at night.
Yeah.
You're saying this out of character, correct?
Uh,
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
sure.
the manservant tells you in that case, if you follow me, there's a room you can use here, and he'll open this door.
Okay. I'll take the
Okay,
food plates and
follow.
follow.
Before Leiron leaves the room, Tinkerton will say, we should leave as soon as possible. If the Baron is still not here, we might be able to catch him by surprise if we leave now, tell the people what we know, and then bring them back here before the Baron gets back to his estate.
Well, when I say I am hoping that we can leave before the Baron comes, but I'm still not adamant about leaving at night.
We'll be fine. I can
There are
see
all
in the
sorts of
dark.
problems with your plan. We have
There's no
circumstantial evidence at best, which no one will follow. It is nighttime, so we're more likely to be ganked. Also, don't you think our guest is going to be suspicious if we come here, he hears a bunch of weird noises, and then we... Sorry, our host. My bad.
Well, out of character, our leader does have some good tie-ins with the bishop, so he might be able to just be able to coax the bishop to have a look-see.
That's one hell of an assumption. Hey, we're friends, so you don't mind if I dig through your sock drawer, right?
No, we're not investigating like the bishop's house. We're telling him to come over here to
Yeah.
investigate this stuff because it's evil.
All I'm saying is if you're ever going to accuse anyone of anything, you better make damn sure you're right.
Hey, Leon, can I have that bed? It's closest to the rats.
Well, I am out of character. I am trying to get more evidence by asking for a sanguineous wine. I was hoping that the manservant would catch on, but who knows? It's a 50-50 chance.
I find that those odds are probably a huge assumption.
Later on, you sent Scorbeak in there, right? Invisible to do stuff.
The
Yeah,
manservant
Scorbeak's still in there.
returns with a bottle of wine for you.
Damn it.
It's a red wine, as you requested. He hands it to you.
I have a question. How's Bloop going to survive without water?
She just got some. Just
I
fine.
can
Yeah,
I can
I got a
give
basin of
her
water. I brought it with me.
You guys have
But I
access
mean,
to the
can-
washroom there
Do you
if you
drink
need
it when you sleep? Bloop just sleeps
I
in the
could-
shower.
I could pour alcohol over her body. That's technically keeping her moisture.
That'll
That's
make
fair.
everything worse.
Oh my god.
Well, also there's a well just out there.
Yeah.
Spoosh.
Let me cover all your pores in alcohol.
Oh my god. Suffocate.
Okay, so I'm going to try and bluff, I guess. I'm going to try and deceive this manservant and try to hint at him a little bit more that I'm actually asking for the blood, but I don't exactly know how I'm going to word
Diamond.
that.
Diamond, if
What?
you
And
push too far, he'll get suspicious. I recommend that you stop. This is out of character, of course.
I would discuss it in character where it's appropriate. Otherwise, none of this occurs.
Okay, well, anyway, the manservant gave you a bottle of wine. He doesn't know what you're talking about, really, aside from that. So, you're a strange one, sir. Pardon me, pardon me. I must get back to my business.
Eh.
Yeah,
Tinkerton
thanks anyway.
will sigh and then just open the bottle and just start drinking.
Okay, he's gonna go in here and tend to the garden.
I'm going to send Scorbeak invisible and try and get more evidence from down below.
Actually,
Where's Pig? What is he
Uh,
doing?
Leiron.
Invisible.
He's looking at the
Uh,
greenhouse, I guess, watching the caretaker take care of the plants.
And knock on the door.
He'll invite you in. It's only sort of like screened in a greenhouse, so you can sort of see in when you get close, and then you can come in through the door there.
Sure. Hey, sorry for interrupting. We have a member of our party that has special needs. Do you mind if we use your well? Also, I'll take a quick glance around the room.
All right, you'll see that he's got some strange-looking plants, blood flowers, rather unique. Um, aside from the usual flora in the room here.
Anything strike me as odd other than the flowers?
No.
I'll comment on the deep reds that these flowers have produced.
He'll tell you, you appreciate flowers. It's taken me quite a few years to cultivate such a glorious red bloom. The pigmentation, it really is divine. And he's gonna pluck one of the flowers off and take a deep sniff from it with his big pointy nose.
Does it leave a huge red spot on his face? Like,
Yeah, there's like
Better.
little bloody splotches left behind. He wipes it away with a handkerchief that he's got.
okay, so these are like Georgia O'Keeffe flowers. Got it.
The soil is soaked through with half-clotted blood, which seemingly feeds these vital blooms.
Do you sell these?
And he'll tell you, no, 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 no. This is a thing I have nurtured for many years. It's a private thing.
Ah, well, I hear the Baron in town is really fond of such flowers.
Well,
Deep reds.
this is his house. Of course he's
Not the
fond of them.
Baron. What's his face? The Bishop. Sorry.
Oh, the bishop. Well, perhaps we should bring some to the bishop. He might approve.
Yeah, I would love to do so. Do you mind if I have one to take to him?
Yeah, he'll give you the one that he's holding.
Sweet, thanks. I'm gonna go wash my fish.
Wash the fish.
He's not quite sure what you mean, but he's gonna sit down
Not the euphemism.
in his chair here and drink tea.
Right, I'll head back and talk to the party. Hey guys, check out this flower. Also, Bloop, let's get going. You stink like dirty.
Tinkerton will stand up and rush over to take a look at
Okay, I will give the Georgia O'Keeffe flower to Diamond's character, Tinkerton.
Georgia O'Keeffe.
All right. So Tinkerton will take it very carefully and study it. Do you want me to roll knowledge nature or what would you say would be best? Investigation?
Use your best judgment. What do you got?
I mean, the other guy just shoved it into his face. You should try that.
If knowledge nature was your first best guess, then give me a knowledge nature.
Okay.
But if you can make a good case for using something else that you have a higher score in, you should try.
Well, I do have a better investigation.
Well, in that case, you should say, I want to investigate the flower.
I will. I
It's
will
a flower.
investigate
You
the
found
flower.
it.
20's pretty good. The flower has much more pronounced thorns than a typical rose, and also the redness, it's kind of like it comes off on your skin and leaves a reddish mark, just sort of like maybe the pollen is very bright red. It
Lick
seems it seems abundantly healthy, like unusually healthy.
Uh, since okay, is this singular flower potted, or was it pruned from the bush?
It was pruned from the bush, so there's only a little bit of stem.
Okay, so I would like to uh as carefully as I can squeeze the stem a little bit to see what the nutrients look like that this flower has been feeding on, and I'm having a vial at the ready to catch it.
Okay, well, the few drips that you can squeeze out from the stalk are reddish in color, much like the tint that comes off the rose itself.
Yeah, I kind of just meant for you to have that, not to use it.
Well, Tinkerton will look over at Pig Noodle and say, I'm taking I'm taking a look at this to see if we can glean any evidence from this, and it looks like we might have a strong probability of being able to use this flower to actually be able to validate our story.
You're jerking off a flower.
Out of character, I'm not stroking the stem as you so politely put it. I am pinching the end.
Oh, just the tip.
Oh, just
Just the tip. Just
delicately.
the tip.
Okay.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I'm gonna take Blue up and go dunk her in the well for a while. You guys have your private moments.
All right. Ringu. All right, so you go get chucked down a well into the cold water.
Sweet.
I'm sending my familiar down into the Underdark to try and get more information of the creatures below, to try and get more evidence for the bishop.
All right. Well, so Mad God, you go down into the cellar with your familiar. So off to the right, there's this weird looking thing. It looks sort of familiar. It's like a cage with a person stuck in it, with his head stuck in the top of the cage with a bunch of hammers around it, like a torture device. So you could like threaten to hit somebody with the hammer. And they can't do anything about it.
Doesn't look very mobile. Doesn't look very carryable. What's more? I can take this and definitely prove that this guy's evil.
There's an eldritch altar, clearly worshipping of some sort of evil deity is going on in here. The tentacle is really like grotesque and evil looking. It has sort of an
Is the
evil.
altar? Is it excreting any fluid?
Nah, it's just emitting an evil aura. It's evil aligned. Now the room, there's a
Hmm.
bunch of bugmen. There's a bunch of like the big tick-headed, head crab-looking guys that are just sort of stumbling around zombie-like, just going about in circles and not doing much of anything. There's a couple of uh, chevaliers, the centipede-like ones, and they seem to be guarding a thronging hive of young. And there's also a hive of bloodsuckers. As you've destroyed 3 of these before, you're going to recognize it right away as a throbbing cocoon, and it seems to be producing bloodsuckers at an alarming rate. So there's also, when you scout around, you'll spot way in the back against one of the walls an elderly humanoid figure in robes.
Is he saying anything?
Nope.
Why is
He
this
just
purple?
looks elderly.
Bug boy.
I'm right fucking here.
Oh, it says under you.
This is under you. You're
Ah,
under.
okay. That's a better answer.
Yeah, 2 tiers. There's the courtyard that you're standing in, and then there's the subterranean hidden lair, which you
What
can
about
only get to from this hidden staircase behind the bookcase in the guest room over here.
this thing, the thronging hive?
Yeah,
Is that secreting liquid?
of course.
Gross.
I could probably scoop up some of that, and that would be some good evidence, right?
So, Pig Needle, before you got here, well, Foxtrail might have been here for some of it, but before you got here, since we didn't have Kraken and you and Fox weren't initially here and Diamond wasn't here, uh, I opened it up and I tried to pull in new players, and we got one guy who rolled a nat 20 and was going to have a third level character, but he had a really thick accent and then he left. And then
Oh.
the other guy, he was here before. He played on a Sunday game, not last Sunday, but the Sunday before that. Um, and he made a character, but then he was like, "Sorry guys, I gotta go." So then he dropped out. And then there was yet a third person, and that third person also cut and ran, also had an accent, also said it was like 4 a.m. for them, so time difference. Um,
Fucking, it's 3:30. It was 3:30 for me, and I'm
yeah,
not bitching.
probably in the
What's
same
up with all
area with
these
you.
Europeans joining in the middle of the night?
And initially, what I was going to
Because
do
we're
is
bored.
to introduce them to the campaign, they were going to be inside of the thronging hive, as sort of like in Aliens, how they were stuck to the walls and they had the facehuggers impregnating them. It was going to be a situation like that where they were being converted into vampires, but none of them stuck around, so it's just a thronging hive that you can interact with like a curio.
Mm. Right. First
But
question: does anyone have a bottle?
there is that one person in there. Maybe they know something. Maybe you could bring them
There,
as a witness.
there is a
Uh,
person. Why? There's no people in here. Where is I?
Tinkerton will produce an empty vial at Leiron's request.
Way in the back, in the underground, you spot that one elderly old person, a wizened old shrew, crouching
Oh,
against the wall.
Yes.
but he's
Uh,
he doesn't look like he's part of the pack.
Well, the cloak, the thick hooded cloak, prevents you from really seeing any details.
I
Right.
doubt any human would be okay with sitting in
Okay. Okay. I'm going to say to my allies through later on. Okay, I've met. Okay, I'm not seeing anything that we can really take back that would be definitive evidence, but I have seen something quite interesting. There seems to be a noble in the far back end of the room, but he doesn't look right. He looks almost shunned, almost like a former member. Perhaps he's being tortured. He does look in that kind of state. I'm going to try and talk to him. Any objections?
Tinkerton will reply, "Well, I'm going to try and see what I can do here, even though I don't have any equipment, but I'll try and test these two liquids, the liquid that you gave me from your spit and the liquid that came from this plant, and see if they're the
I
same thing, because you said that you were infected by some curse, correct?"
I never got the liquid from this.
No, it exploded in your face.
Oh, the stuff from right, okay. Right. The stuff that made me into that first infected me.
Yes. Perhaps we could use that to our advantage. If our suspicions are correct about these things, if you also have the Crimson Curse, you should be able to mingle with them as if, you were one of them anyways. You
I
seem to
wouldn't want to do
stretch
that.
yourself very well enough to pass by as noble.
Yes, but that's the issue. If I start preaching to members of the nobility that I am a member of the Crimson, well, not Crimson, what is it? Dracula race? I don't know. Let's just call it by
Bloodsuckers.
what it is.
They are called
Bloodsuckers.
bloodsuckers.
Yeah. If I were to start preaching to the nobility that I am a member of the Bloodsuckers, then that would mean that other members of the nobility, such as the what's his name? Bishop, such as the bishop, they would more than likely renounce me as one of their followers or a member of the higher ups, and I don't want that happening.
Well,
In this
nobody
game, you
needs
need to
to know.
choose your allies, and I've chosen mine.
All right. It was merely a suggestion. But
It is
do
also
be
a
careful when you
I have
whenever
put the
you
answer in the chat like ages ago. Okay. I'm going to send Schoolbeak over to the shrew.
All right. With no equipment, so I'll roll disadvantage. I'm going to investigate these two liquids, see if they're related to each other, but not actually drink them because I'm not that dumb.
What are you talking about? Skyrim rules. You have to eat every new thing you find so that you can learn its properties.
That only counts for venomous things. For me, at least.
Clients, man.
DM, you still there?
Yeah, I was just
He
looking
died.
something up. Damn, I never figured that one out. Let me go to the wiki.
Ooh, that's
What are you
actually
looking at?
pretty good. Yeah.
Well, since Pig is AFK, I assume we're going to the well.
Pig is AFK?
Yep.
Yes.
Having a
Clients
So
sex
is
are
drive.
Long.
Yes. Did you hear what I said, Ninja? Just letting you know.
Okay, which part?
I said, being that I have no equipment like the alchemist would back in the hamlet, I'm trying to investigate the two liquids. So there's the liquid that I got from when
Do you taste
Leiron
it?
was sprayed in the face. No.
Okay, I got nothing
that's
for you
why
then.
I
If you
said,
don't taste it, you don't know what it is. It's a red liquid.
for fuck's sake. There's no other way I can test it.
Tasting a potion is the only
Injecting
way.
it into somebody else.
If you have an unknown potion, you can give it a little taste, and then I can maybe tell you what it is.
Stick your finger in it and lick it off your finger.
You know what?
Finger
I'm
melts
gonna
off.
take one for the team.
All right.
I'm going to take a sip of that plant's sap to see if it is the blood.
Okay. Roll me a con save, Diamond.
All right. I have a +2 thanks to my sensor.
9,000% chance you're getting infected with the Crimson Curse.
We'll see. That's if the dice gods don't hate me today.
That's not too bad.
Okay, Diamond. It tastes like blood.
All right. So I'll take a look at the others and I'll say, yep, I think we have our evidence right here. This flower.
If you rolled a 1 on that, you would have gotten a random disease.
Right. I'm going to talk to the wise and true.
Okay, you talk to the wise and true.
So the familiar is going to crawl up on all fours, and it's going to come, and it's going to speak to the wise and true in as crude a voice as it can muster, and it's going to say to him, "Greetings, my master is one named, my master is one named Urborg the Unyielding. I had to use a fake name, sue me, and and he would like to know of your current situation." Are you okay, Diamond?
How dare you? How dare you take a valiant man's name in vain?
Leron couldn't think of a name.
All right. Well, okay. So the wise and true. The wise and true is not quite human. So you're a weird little imp thing or an animal? What's your form?
It looks like an imp. It looks like a minor devil, but it's invisible anyway, so it's just a
Okay.
voice at the moment.
Disembodied voice talks to the wise and true. The wise and true perks up, and its glittering eyes look about but spot nothing. It's going to repeat, Urborg. 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 So it's gonna ask like, who goes there?
I'm going to. So yeah, I'm just going to repeat. I am the familiar of Urborg the Unyielding. uh,
All right, his little
I'm so-
mandibles are gonna clicky clack. He's gonna ask, where are you? Where's your master?
Now that is not. Now that is none of your business, is it? I would like to know what is your allegiance to the creatures in this dungeon.
We are thirsty. Where are you? Let us bring you a drink, and then we can have a drink with you.
You just hear silence. He says nothing.
All right, he's gonna start clawing at the air to see if he can grab you.
Okay. He's actually on the ceiling.
All right. So the wise and shrew stumbles about grabbing at stuff. This is starting
In
to
fact,
rile up some of the others. Yeah, Chevalier is sort of listening at the ground. Yeah, the Chevaliers moving over here, and these things are roaming about.
Man, if only we had a form of magic that actually like records events and stuff like that.
Mm,
It really sucks that we don't.
there is apparently a new spell in D&D called Thought Strand, which basically takes a memory that you've seen and can give it to someone else. It's a cantrip too, which is interesting.
Why do we not have any wizards on this team?
Oh, I could learn it. It just,
Oh, you
didn't
could?
exist. Yeah, it just
Ah,
didn't
okay.
exist when we did the campaign, when we
Ah,
set
Okay.
out on the mission. So,
So as you fly away, the wise and true is gonna sort of like whisper
well,
at you.
it's a spider now. It's crawling on the wall. It's crawling on
Uh,
the ceiling.
he's going to just like say into the air like, "I will trade you. Bring me your blood, and I will give you treasures.
Hmm. What kind of treasures?
Any kind of treasures."
That's not good enough. What kind of treasures?
It's curio. They are randomly generated.
Oh, great.
yes. Too bad it is a curio, because I mean, maybe we could actually
Hey,
offer blood,
hey,
blood for
I
testimony.
recommend this huge room full of blood. Just saying.
Well, think of him as an NPC also. It is a humanoid that you can talk to that has sentience, but it's also quite vampiric and very thirsty.
I mean, I, I mean, we do have a means to actually barter with him, if we can. The one problem is getting him out of there to testify against the Baron.
I'm pretty sure this wise and true is like super allies with the
True.
Baron.
No, he said if you trade him the blood, he'll give you what you want. If the treasure you seek is testify against the Baron, he'll do it.
Okay. So the familiar will say, very well, I think we can have a deal. However, you would have to testify against the Baron of this manor. Testify that this place exists.
Okay. The blood is all I care about. The blood, the thirst, the never-ending thirst.
Chill,
Very,
bro. Chill.
very well. Uh, follow me to the edge of the corridor.
Okay,
And I shall. And
the wise and true will follow.
okay. You will wait here until the familiar returns. And just like that, poof, he's gone. Into the next room.
Now, Ninja, how much of a vial was I able to drain out of that flower?
A very small vial, a few
Damn.
drops,
Uh,
enough to taste, but now it's gone.
oh, goddamn. Okay, we're gonna need to get more flowers. But Tinkerton asks Slayron, so do we have a plan?
You ate the evidence. Yes, he did.
Well, at least I know that the flower actually does have blood inside of it, so if we can get another one, we would definitely have our evidence.
Go and
Matt,
ask
are
for
you
one.
making ocean ASMR?
Am I making what?
Ocean ASMR?
No. Oh, right. 1 second.
Blowing into your mic. But Blue's just sitting here eating food.
Dickerton will look over at Leiron and say, "You look as if you have an idea."
Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah. So Leiron is going to spring from his bed and he's going to say, "Right, I have good news and I have some bad news. The good news is that I've managed to find us a killer witness, someone who will testify that what is downstairs is downstairs." So stop hogging it all. Okay, sorry, I was just occupied by long. So yeah, good news and bad news. Good news, someone down the stairs willing to testify. We can take him to the bishop, and with any luck, the bishop will not kill him before we're able to discuss with him what they found. Anyway, that's the good news. The bad news, it is a blood-sucking monster that wants our blood, and we will have to give a portion of blood in order for it to do what we want.
How big's that portion?
I do not
I have a
know.
vial of this.
Oh, you have blood bottles?
Yeah, from way
From
back
his
when I was
time
a
as
vampire.
a bloodsucker.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
probably work.
Hell yeah.
Right. Okay. There is one other thing. We do have to go back to that. We do have to go back to the foot of that area, to the cupboard.
Allow me. I would more than happily oblige in retrieving this witness.
I really think Leiron is the only one that should go. Because if not, I feel like Shrew will get suspicious. Just be like, "Hi, my name's Orborg."
You're over at the well.
Look, I'm not saying this in character, I'm just giving out recommendations.
Well, we can't metagame, unfortunately.
Hey, you don't have to follow my advice, it's just what I recommend.
I know. And I'm thinking it too, now that you said it, but he just doesn't have that high of a stealth score.
I don't need a high stealth score.
He's not trying to stealth.
Okay, so what? Okay. Right. So what Leon is going to do is, okay, right. I don't want this person knowing specifically what I look like. So I'm going to put a little trick I learned over the past few weeks. Although if we are going to do this, we are going to leave now. Like as soon as this is over, we're leaving. As soon as we get this guy, we're gone. So I want you all to wait for me outside of wait for me either in here or at the gates. Well, not the gates, little intersect. Okay.
Everybody seems to agree silently. You know what? Maybe we should take like a short break. Everybody go grab a drink or whatever. Hopefully,
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I don't know if Pig Needle's going to be stuck with his client for a long time. I'm hoping it's going to be a short visit.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I
We'll
might
see.
as well go have a cigarette since we're waiting
Yeah,
on
have
him.
a cigarette.
Come on, Cancer.
5 to 10 minutes. We'll regroup here.
It's 4:30. I'll go and get a sausage roll.
Sausage.
Sausage roll. Blindfold.
Oh. Hey, Matt.
Yes.
I am feeding your bird a bread.
You're feeding my bird a bread.
Yeah.
All right. Have fun with that.
Bubbly's enjoying the food.
How is that thing alive?
What? Bubbly?
Yeah. What is it?
It's an Ariops.
What the fuck is an Ariops?
Basically a frog alligator thing. It's a dinosaur.
Still don't know how you have that thing.
I went to the ocean for like 2 weeks and tried to find it.
So you're saying that if I go to, I don't know, Nepal for a month, I'll find a T-Rex?
But it was a DM's discretion.
Hey, I don't, I don't mind. I just hope that you understand the fact that you have that thing is friggin' insane.
Look, the Loch Ness monster exists, probably, so that means this thing should exist if you look hard enough. I mean, alligators still exist, so it's basically just an alligator with a frog face.
Oh god. Oh god. The close cousin to the crocodile and the alligator. The blue. Sorry, no, the bubbly.
Yeah, it looks really derpy. I can give you an image if you want.
Oh god.
It's got stubby little legs. I mean, its skeleton is creepy AF, but it has skin. It's really chubby.
See-through skin?
I need a picture of it. Its skin. I'm trying to look for one that's good. So I sent you a picture of it with the skeleton, but
Pretty sure you'll find something like that for D&D. Is an Ariops even a creature in D&D? Or is it just something you made up?
it's pretty homebrew. It's pretty much just a giant frog. It has those stats.
Right.
Just wanted it to have teeth so it actually could attack, that's all. Does a d4 damage, but it still looks cute.
If you press Control-Alt-Delete, you are demanding to see the manager to get a program fired because it's not doing its job. In a way, we are all Karens.
Yes. Wait, what about Alt F4?
That's the best console command you can use. Use it right now.
So
Twice.
where are we at?
No, it's
Bubbly's
just-
rolling around in food.
Well,
It's just-
I walked up to give Bubbly a couple of pets because he seemed a little bit distressed.
It
It's
bites you.
wet and squishy. It's kind of moist, actually. Your hand will become sticky after you pet him.
That's
Moist.
fine. I've dealt with worse.
Just like rub it on your pants. Like, ugh.
It's like a piece of. It's like one of those long pieces of snot. That's more liquid than solid.
I'm actually sort of sad that your staff of the serpent doesn't contain a venomous snake, because I just like milk it for everything it's got on the daily, and then just sip
Pretty
that venom.
You can milk the familiar. That thing's got poison.
Yeah, I mean, definitely that would actually be nice. Probably mix it in with a drink, since I'm a tippler. Actually,
No, the
Long,
familiar's
I
got a
think it
giant
would be
tail.
the tail.
Its shape
Okay,
change
so-
forms are also venomous, so probably its mandibles when it assumes spider form or.
Are you guys just gonna take the wise and true and run to the bishop?
Oh yes.
Yeah, but I've got an
Sure.
idea. Okay, so where is the wise and true? Where'd he go?
I'm
Where'd you
gonna
put him?
use this little church. Use this church as a
Ah.
stand-in. Bada bing! Look at
As
that.
What is going on? Oh wait, right. Holy Roman Knights. I thought they were the enemy, all the enemies for a second there.
Oh wait, whoa. That was a really fast response.
Oh. Oh.
I'm
They're already
probably
there.
done dunking in the well now. Right?
Drinking from the tail, etchy. Get etchy.
It's Eki.
Oh, Anisan. Anisan, please let me drink of your tail. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Hey, don't judge me for my weird habits. I'm a UNT. I love my.
Just suck that poison like it's fucking Laravulan. What is it called again? Laravulan Chardonnay?
In some cases, I would actually say that poison actually can help you if you dilute it enough. Just enough to the point where it won't kill you. Of course, it will probably still seriously injure you, but your body learns from it regardless.
Right, we got an issue here because actually no, there's a good chance that this guy will die. There's a good chance that when we reveal this guy, it will just die. Well,
Alright.
we'll kill it.
So, you guys
So,
leave the mansion, and you're gonna head to the bishop's place where he's hanging out.
yep.
Well, hold on. I
What?
want to do one last thing.
The wise and true is gonna drink the blood that you give him. He starts drinking it fast. He seems to be going through it quickly.
I am going to talk to the rats. Do I need to sit back for that?
Rats? Where we're going, we don't need rats. Bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, bum, 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 ba-da-bum, bum, 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 bum.
Rats haven't got much to
Future.
say other than,
Future.
where the food at.
Where the
Oh,
food,
I
where
was
the
gonna
food?
I was gonna ask them to keep a lookout. If they see me again, please inform me of things that have happened while I was gone.
All right. Well, they seem kind of afraid of aerial predators of some sort. So they avoid big open areas.
Okay.
Scooby squawks.
I will hand them another piece of bread. And then I'll leave.
Okay.
Uh,
Everyone who's doing it, then let's do it. Let's go.
let's do this. Should we meet up in the church with where the bishop is?
Okay.
Well,
So you're
no, we're
gonna
outside the
be right
church.
here in front of the church. Just imagine this is all happening miles and miles and miles away.
Whoa, that was weird. Oh, on the way to the bishop's house, Tinkerton shows the mighty treasure trove that she's found from her bag of holding and says, "Let's split this up when we're done."
Yeah.
I yeeted your familiar.
Oh. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yee.
All right. When you approach the church building, you'll see that it's guarded. Holy Roman knights stand guard at the front door. One of them looks familiar. He's wearing local armor, not the Roman type of armor.
Or is this Sir? What's his name? I can't remember.
Go on.
So
Well,
Pig Needle's
anyway,
here as well. Oh yeah, no, Pig Needle's not here.
He
He's
follows along, but he's not here. Out of character, he's not. In character, he's here.
I will take the food plates. Who's
I will-
probably gonna run with this time? Time to roll and find out.
I will go up to the guards and say, "Gentlemen, I know these guys.
Yeah.
It's Galard and Bernie.
Bernie. Well,
Can you see?
Bernie Banders.
Bernie's gonna nod at you, and he's gonna wish you a good morning, Sir Lifegiver.
Good
How
morning,
fare-
Susan.
How fares
Good
your
morning.
adventures?
Oh, you know, never enough time. Always enough of so many adventures, so little time.
Oh, I know, ye old adventuring life. I was an adventurer
Tinkerton.
once.
Tinkerton will clear her throat loudly.
Oh, you have somebody with a cough in the back? You maybe shouldn't bring them in. The bishop doesn't want to catch cold.
Oh, don't worry. It's just someone desperate for attention. She'll be quiet enough soon.
We've
Regardless,
come on official business.
ahem, I am speaking.
Let him
Thank you.
speak.
Anyway, we've come on official business. As you can see, I've brought with me a person of quite native. Well, not native. What's the word?
The shrew writhes about, its thorax exposed, it's bristling with little insectile hairs, and its little forelimbs claw at the ground like a tick's limbs, extending out
Yeah.
below its robes.
So yeah, I'm going to point at it and say, so yes, we've brought that.
Okay. This guy whips out his spear and takes a few steps forward.
Bubbly rolls on the floor in front of him.
I'm going to.
Tinkerton will hold a hand up and say, "Hold, this is a witness, a very important witness that needs to see the bishop because we have some very good evidence to
Abomination,
point at the
purge it in
Baron.
fire, brother!
If you kill this person, we lose any chance of the bishop knowing the true nature behind the Baron."
All right. I'll contain myself. Call off your creature before it devours my boot.
Tinkerton will go and Tinkerton will go and pick up Bubbly and pet Bubbly some more.
Bubbly eats your hand.
All
Smells
right.
like food.
Sir Glad's gonna say, I'll go talk to the bishop. Hang on. And he runs inside. All right. So, what was his name? Bob?
Bernie.
Bernie?
Bernie's.
Cerny Banders.
All right. Hang on.
There you go. I've done it for you. Cerny Banders. So, Cerny, how goes the presidential race? I hear that. Have you still got that feud against Dump?
All right. Sir Kneebanders.
Gets dope.
Tronald Dump.
All right. Sir Kneebanders tells you,
And Bo Jiden.
he's going to tell you, oh, you're talking about among the Holy Roman Knights. Yeah, the election for who was going to be in charge of the Knights was well fought, but for the moment I'll be endorsing the one that the other Knights say I should endorse.
What, Bo Jiden?
Bo Jiden, yes, he's quite the knight. He really he doesn't say much that I can understand, but clearly there must be some wisdom I'm not seeing. All the others, All the other,
What are your
absolutely every one of the others thinks he is the man.
what are your thoughts on Tronald's jump? No, wait.
Tronald jump.
Tronald's dump. Tronald's dump.
Tronald. Well,
Tronald's grump.
can't say I agree with all of his decisions, but building the wall was the best decision he ever made because all of those
Eldritch abominations.
hollow abominations were coming from the farmstead, and we had to keep them out. Building the wall was the right idea.
Wonderful. Any news
Tinkerton.
on Gilad?
Galad returns moments later. All right.
Tinkerton set Bubbly down and was currently working on cleaning her gun.
Sir Galad's gonna eye your friends suspiciously and say, make sure your friends know not to disrespect the bishop or they will die.
We cannot make any promises, but we will make sure to keep them on their best behavior.
Looking at you, he points at you. He's gonna stand over here where his post is.
They're just gonna say, "Don't worry, I'm sure they'll all be on their best behavior, as it were." And he's just gonna turn around and go, "Right, you guys listen to me right now. If you don't do exactly what I say when we're in here, and if you do not act accordingly, I swear to God, I will Eldritch Blast all of your heads off at once." Are we clear?
I laugh because he said he swears to God.
Tinkerton will just shrug
I'm-
and keep cleaning her gun and say, "Well, I'll just stay out here."
I am at that point in my faith where I will swear to a God that I don't. I do believe in. I do believe in God. God is my apostle.
Pink Needle's gonna go in here and pray because he's a cleric, so that's what he does.
Bubbly, no. Seriously, though, where'd he go?
Your bubbly is gone.
Tinkerton will stay outside and keep a weather eye out while also making, passive talk with the knights.
You won't find it there. They're infinite bags.
Oh no, Bubbly fell in. I don't know which one it is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's gone
Well,
forever.
I mean, you can always
Bubbly's
search
gone forever.
It should be the one on
bag.
top.
Yeah.
That's rocks. Skulls.
Well, whatever. I'll just copy and paste this one.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be in that bag.
Bubbly the that was before you had the last name.
Your
Okay,
Urias
let's
got
go
away.
in.
All right.
It's fine. I found the replacement version of him.
Oh, he checked my layer on. Don't worry, I'll just keep spawning them in.
I'm just moving it up to where it needs to be to talk to the bishop, which is over here.
Ah. You should probably save that bubbly.
There it is, so I just
Okay.
keep big
So-
versions of him over here.
You walk into the church. The wizened shrew in tow. It's following you. At some point, as you approach, these knights are going to step forward menacingly and point their spears down. The bishop will tell you to hold there. Leiron, you may approach, but keep your creature at a distance.
Of course, I would expect nothing less. And I'll walk up to the bishop's side.
All right. So here you see the inner circle of the bishop. Of course, there is the Lady Olivia, as beautiful as ever, and the ever feisty Giovanni Domenico de Cremona, the Inquisitor. And he's got a scowl on his face. He clearly wants to set fire to all the heresy that he's seeing in the room right now.
If he gets to be that big, I get to be that big. There we go.
Well.
I am part of the nobility. Boy.
Nobody can have a bigger stick than me.
All right, just getting your squares. So,
Can you squeak?
yeah. So, the bishop greets you warmly, of course. Hello, Leiron. What have you brought me?
Bishop.
Have you brought
Bishop
me
Barozzi.
a heretic to burn? I'm sure Giovanni will be ever so pleased.
Well, yes and no. I'm just going to put my arm over his shoulders, and I'm just going to say confidently, "You can kill him as much as you like after you kind of us out for a second." I'll say out loud to my allies, "No, this fine gentleman has something he would like to say to us. You see, we've recently come into a certain amount of evidence, and I would like to make the allegation that the Baron, he lives like 4 blocks down southwest on next to I Drink Blood Street. Yeah, I have reason to believe that the Baron is in fact a member of the Crimson Curse uh, sufferers, as it were. But he does not abstain from his, he has made no attempts to try and forsake his ways. He seems quite devout in harnessing the blood of the living in order to extend his own vulgar life."
The bishop is shocked. The Baron, you say?
Hmm.
The Waystall has a reputation for being a bit of a bloodthirsty tyrant, and he did recently slay many men at a battle. 300, I heard. Um,
300, eh? That's a very round number.
well, he had an army of 1,000, so it wasn't that hard, probably.
Of course.
Well, where did you find this beast?
We found this beast in his basement, along with a number of other flying Crimson Curse mosquitoes and what's the name of those things with giant bugs as
Aberrations,
heads?
bloodsuckers.
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 Oh, the bloodsuckers. I thought we had been rid of them all. You said you destroyed all of those things.
We thought we did. The mission we'd received from your sponsor Galad. He told us that there were 5 to destroy, and we destroyed 5.
So you're saying the Baron is infected and has in fact harbored another thronging hive within his dwelling.
Indeed.
Unsettling news, my friend, unsettling. What do you propose we do about it?
Well, what is regularly made of these creatures? I would recommend that if we if we force the judgment of the gods on them, then we should force the judgments of the god on him.
I'll send a messenger pigeon to Rome and see if the Pope will give us some credentials that we can excommunicate the Baron and then have him dealt with.
Very good, but you don't think there's something that we could do more recent, perhaps detain him or not kill, but make sure that he doesn't run off in the middle of the night or anything.
He's gonna arch his eyebrow at you and say, "Do you think you can take the Baron and his entire army?" Because right
How
now
big is?
he's stationed with his entire army on the new land he's conquered in the recent war.
Oh, damn! I did not know that. I just happened to go to his house and find a lot of demonic evil things.
Yes, the reason he's not at his house is in fact because he has been warring against what's her name, the lady. Let me find my
The
notes.
Duchess.
Straight up just the lady.
The
Not she.
Countess of Shrewsbury, Margaret Beauchamp. Their feud was famous. Who knew that it would end in such a bloodthirsty battle?
Hmm. Very well. If we must wait until his return, then that is what we shall do.
He'll tell you probably within the week he could get a writ. He can, as soon as he gets word from the Pope, he can sign some documents that'll give you some authority to deal with the Baron. The King acknowledges the Pope as, he has to listen to the Pope. So if the Baron's been excommunicated and we're calling it heresy and that he must be dealt with, then the King will acknowledge that it must be so, which will make the Baron not as protected as he is currently. So after a week, maybe we could plan a way to deal with the monster.
I'm guessing that is the best that we can hope for now, and that is an answer that I am happy with, for
All
now
right.
at least.
So you need the
So,
testimony of the wise and true. The wise and true is going to declare that the Baron is a monster. He's been drinking the blood of people in the countryside. He has taken many a peasant and fed them into his infested secret lair, and he has been releasing the bloodsuckers through his tree. They come up out of the hollow of the tree from his cave below his house, below his mansion, his bat cave, were you, if you will. And so he's definitely spreading the crimson curse, the thirst, and he cries out, "The thirst!" And Sir Galad steps in and decapitates him.
Ah, the witness.
Well, I mean, we did manage to get him to say what we needed him to say.
I'm hoping that Leon's going to say to the bishop. I'm hoping that Sir Galad's actions just now does not in any way hinder the fact that we've just lost our witness.
No,
I hope you're convinced enough at this point that we don't have to bring him back to life.
no. Maybe you didn't notice, but the bishop, he actually he made a gesture at Sir Galad.
To do it. Okay.
Don't worry, my friend. We'll take care of this. We'll go through the proper political channels. We'll get the authority of the Holy Roman Church.
Wonderful.
The king won't stand against it. The baron will have no defenses. He'll need to be dealt with, and you and your friends may be the most powerful force we have to throw against him if he is indeed as terrible a monster as you say.
Just looks over
There
at
is-
the fish.
There is one other small thing that I would have to discuss with you in private, but we can leave that until later.
Sure,
Is it at all possible that me and my allies could have some food and lodgings for the night?
sure, that's fine. Not here,
Wonderful.
though. This is a church. There's an inn.
Okay.
Fantastic. We'll go to the inn.
All right.
Any objections, fellow party members?
Nope.
You hear
I need
a
a tub of water. That's it.
nope, I'm good.
All right.
See,
He gives you
He-Man
a
kinda
scroll
like-
that you can use at the inn, so your expenses are paid for. You and your friends will be able
Wonderful.
to eat and drink and rest.
Can
Wonderful.
I bathe? Please tell me I can bathe.
Yeah, they have a tub.
You just
Uh,
see He-Man look a little bit sad because he was getting ready. He was sharpening his axe the whole time. He thought we were getting ready to
Ninja.
go in there and kill all
I'm
the
sorry.
supplicants and bloodsuckers and stuff.
I'm sorry, He-Man, but some things have to be done democratically before we can do it with weapons and slicing and dicing and hitting things with blunt things. But don't worry, you can do it
Well-
eventually. I believe in you.
Anyway, I was gonna ask you if you wanted some food because I managed to smuggle some from the bear.
Probably don't bring up stealing in front of the Baron.
No.
Uh,
I'm not.
by the-
I'm not like directly saying this to the Pope. I'm saying this to the He-Man.
Oh, okay. So, but Ninja, how many times do you want me to roll my Constitution save for the amount of drinking that I've been doing?
Did you drink a
Extra
whole
shot.
bottle of wine, damn it?
Yes.
Roll
God
one.
dang, Diamond.
What? You got intoxicated now? God damn it!
We don't know that yet.
Make a
How many
fool of
times do you
yourself
want
while
me
we're in
to-
front of the bishop.
No, just roll one for the bottle that you drank.
Okay, so
That probably happened en route to the church, so this is just to tell how drunk you were at the church when all this happened.
right, yeah. I mean, it depends on if I'm going to like flirt with the guard. Nope, I'm thinking I'm pretty good.
You can hold your liquor. It's fine.
Eat the liquor.
You know,
Well, then
thinking
fiddle
on
with
it,
it.
actually, I actually have a very important question, Ninja. Now, because I have poison immunity, does that mean that I cannot get alcohol poison?
Probably.
Yay! Unadulterated swigs of liquor all around.
I mean, you could get drunk probably, but you'd recover quickly.
Would I get drunk?
Oh
Fish-
yes,
Fish person,
you
of
would get
course.
very drunk.
See, alcohol
Well-
poisoning is only after you've drank an absurd amount. So you'd be immune to that effect.
Good thing I like juice and not wine or liquor. Especially
Right.
mango peach juice. It's the best.
Right. I'm going to instruct to my allies. Allies, I will meet you. Actually, no. I'll go up to Long and I'll give him the writ to the paper, and I'm going to say, you guys meet me over at the inn. I have a few words to speak with the bishop before we carry on. But I'll meet you there, okay?
Okay.
Hand him the writ.
Yeah, sure thing. See you
Do you want
there.
a piece of cheese before we leave?
I pick up some. I take some Wensleydale
Okay.
and I nibble on it.
Sweet.
Take a mouse. Okay. Is there anything else before I talk to the bishop?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm
Later
gonna turn
that
over.
night, when the bishop is alone. Actually, he was talking with Giovanni, but he'll shoo Giovanni away out of the room when you come to speak privately. Giovanni
Okay.
is going to flirt with Olivia in the corner here.
Okay. I'm going to talk to the bishop and I'm going to say, okay. Now, as you know, in my career choices, I am often surrounded by items and creatures that can infect us with the Crimson Curse. And I feel comfortable enough telling you that at the moment I am currently infected. I was infected twice, so it didn't exactly give me a lot of time to remove the curse myself. And I do not currently know this, and I haven't taken the necessary preparations to learn the spell yet. I was wondering if you could do anything to try and remove this disgusting curse from my person.
Okay. The bishop is shocked that you, of all people, could be infected.
It's a disease.
He recoils a bit like he doesn't want to touch you, but he will attempt to cast a spell. It resists. He tries. I'm sorry, my friend, I was unable.
Very well. Just know that I will be attempting to be rid of this foul disease as the weeks go by. But do know that my faith is with the church through and through, and all blood that I do that I am forced to drink, it will be purchased by the provisioner or fair means of trade. But know that I do not relish this.
I'll
I do
tell
not.
you a secret, my friend. If you speak to Sir Galad, he might be able to help you.
What with my condition?
Maybe. He knows a guy who knows a guy.
Is
Very
this a
well, I
drug
shall.
heist? No, gee.
The drug heist. Very well, I shall speak to Galad.
All right, you find Galad. Um,
Just jump to it, eh? Jump right to it. Hey, Galad, how's it going?
so you're gonna ask him about it?
Yeah.
Okay, Galad's gonna tell you. Well, if you can keep a secret, you did save my life, so I will tell you that I know people who are, let's just say, zealous in their faith and are quite set on eradicating the Crimson Curse. One of them was in fact excommunicated, but still has quite a following, and claims to have a cure.
Right. Who would this person be?
He's the madman, the fanatic.
Ah, no.
So if you can
Right.
find him and convince him to give you the cure, you might be able to, you know, deal with the Crimson Curse. Who has it?
What?
You like? Why do you need it again? Like the bishop was unclear.
Hmm? Oh, I'm the person who has it. I'm trying to get rid of it as fast as possible.
Okay,
Casting Lester.
he jumps back and he almost pulls his sword on you.
What? I look over at Barozzi. Barozzi!
Bro.
Put your lackey under control, please.
No, he's not here. He's in another part of the building, far away.
Okay, I will
Do you
tell.
need me to come in there and save you?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna say to him, Galad, come on, this is Leiron. You've known me for a while. I'm not killing anyone who does not deserve it yet.
Maybe you haven't turned fully yet, but if I detect you've drank the blood of a good Christian, I will slay you. And he clanks his sword back into its sheath harshly.
Leiron says sarcastically, what if that Christian offered his blood willingly?
That's no Christian.
Hmm.
It's like offering your blood to the devil.
But I'm not the devil.
What does that? Then what does that make Jesus? He gave his blood for the world.
Oh god,
If only you were here.
Question's life.
If only you were here to back me up.
Sir Galad's gonna tell you, well, you did save my life. Your secret will be safe with me, but you must deal with this, and quickly, or I fear I will not be able to trust you for long.
I will deal. I will try to cure it as soon as I am able. But until then, I hope you offer me with the respect that you have treated me with since it began.
Since his
For as long as
dealings
I've
with the
known.
necromancer, Sir Galad's been very, very opposed to the undead, let's say. He really hates undead. They are his favorite enemy, so
Am I undead?
technically,
Does that mean I don't sleep or anything?
nah, it's normal. It's got weird status effects. You're a sort of vampire, just like those
Right.
other guys are sort of zombies, but not.
Right. I will just say to Galad, just remember, it's more disease than true undeath. I mean, I can come back from it.
Yeah, get that looked at, my friend.
I will try. I will meet my friends in the tavern.
You back, Big Needle?
I think I'm back. I will be for sure in 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. I need to create tasks.
All right.
What time is it?
Right.
10 something?
10 11.
Sorry, I've been
I
gone
think-
so long, guys.
I think that's actually one of the first times I've actually heard you say that you actually would have liked to have had my help, Matt.
You just said actually 4 times in one sentence, Diamond.
I have that problem, okay? I've told you this before.
I've done worse. I've stuttered to hell.
Oh no.
It's
Stuttered like
it-
mad.
it's not really stuttering. It's the Valley Girl thingamabobber. It'll say
Actually,
like a million times in a single sentence.
oof.
Yeah, I have that same problem with certain words too long.
Oh
It's
my
not
God,
like
Becky.
specifically.
Oh my god. Look at her. No. I'm not
Let's get
finishing
out
that.
of here. Where is
Yeah,
that?
let's.
We need
let-
we need some rest before we.
And we need to.
Jeez.
And we need to divvy up the funds.
Yeah, so we have to divvy up a loot.
We have loot.
Yeah, I know, right? I didn't know either.
Well, I did say that I shared the information of the gratuitous amount of money that I had in my bag of holding
Okay.
I'm just
while
gonna
we were
assume that
making
we're-
our way to the bishop's house.
Did you guys get loot when you
Uh,
were in the swamp? You killed some stuff, right?
Okay, who changed
the
his name to
sarcophagus.
Sir Nebandus?
I did. There was this
Fucked.
this heirloom chest. You got treasure from that. There was a sack.
I
You got
got
treasure from that.
sarcophagus.
I got a bust, a deed, and 2 crests.
Yeah, you guys got more heirlooms
Ooh.
than treasures, really.
Wait a minute. I'm actually missing. I'm missing my treasure.
What treasure?
The
All
gold.
that shit that was on our
gems.
board.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Everything
because
that
our
you
board
guys
died.
needed. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Well, shit. I
Oops.
think. Well, okay. Adding together the copper and the silver pieces, I believe the total came out to be 3,500 gold pieces, and then just a few gems. Quite a few gems.
Gems are also counted in the pile. Is there like a knockoff version of Dante in this in the Crimson Course? In the Crimson Court?
Not Virgil, Virgin.
No,
his
you
name?
guys would just like go back to the hamlet and take your downtime.
Yeah.
Ah.
Speaking of which, after the money's divvied up, I'm actually going to go to the alchemist to see if I can use his equipment to do some experiments on the blood.
All right, he'll help you out for a price.
How much?
How much you got?
100
Awkward
gold
life.
pieces.
Deal. He spreads his arms wide to offer his laboratory to you. I mean, it's
Alright.
mostly just like a still where he can make moonshine, but it's also an alchemist lab.
Yes. Well, thankfully, now that I have proper equipment, I can actually do some experiments to see if there's anything in my knowledge base of science that could possibly help to prevent and or help cure this quote unquote disease. I'll roll knowledge arcana for my alchemical check.
Unfortunately, modern medicine won't be invented for another 1,000 years.
That's not true.
No,
What
wait.
about the plague doctor?
Another 600 years. There you go. There you go.
Again, what about the plague doctor? He has the cure.
Well, basically anything that you can just cleanse a effect with could remove it.
What spell did the
Does euthanization work?
Why are
Yeah,
you
it's
killing
pretty
people?
effective.
I I was
No.
trying. I was making a joke, but apparently that was way too morbid. Okay, I apologize.
You said it with like the straightest normal tone you've ever talked with, so it didn't come out as a joke.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Alright.
long. Will you ever get to kill people? That is a question.
Find
So,
out
Went
next
2
time
whole
on
weeks.
Dragon Ball Z.
Three weeks now without killing anything.
You guys are
Killed
gonna...
we had the werewolves.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
fought
Oh, right.
werewolves.
Yep. There was
Yeah.
that.
Killed one with my silver dragon
Almost,
Return to the
almost
hamlet.
died from a werewolf's attack.
Mm.
To the Hamlet, you say?
So I
To
can
the hamlet.
mark out the town
A
thing.
Hamlet.
To the land of Ham.
It's full of ham.
Yeah. So I'll roll my my knowledge arcana to see what I can glean from working with the blood.
Right. If we're back in the
Right.
hamlet, are there any new events? Any important things happening in the hamlet?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Damn. That that's a hell of a roll. God damn it.
Okay.
Actually, since I'm using equipment, do I get an advantage on it to advantage learning about the blood?
What do you mean using equipment?
The
I'm at
alchemist
the
kit.
alchemist table.
The alchemist, he's gonna help you out, which gives you advantage. So roll with advantage,
Alright.
and let's see how good you can roll it.
That's
You
a
rolled
natural
420.
20.
420.
Yeah,
So a
that's what
20,
he rolled.
a 4, and a 20.
Yeah.
Hey, a 20 is a pretty good
So-
roll. All right, so what I'm gonna do is this
It's like the best.
this week's town event is this one. They made a tonic. For 30 shards, every hero in the roster can have one disease cured. This also applies to the Crimson Curse. By accident, an enterprising charlatan brewed an actual potent draught made from dust harvested from the comet. It can work wonders for a price. So, you would need 30 shards.
Damn. I think we
anyone-
actually have some.
I
Has
got
anyone got-
109.
You've got 109?
Yeah.
He's just been waiting for the proper
Luke took one of them.
Can I borrow like 3?
It was supposed to be a round number. You need
Come on.
3. Okay.
No, hang on. No, sorry, I need 2.
Well, there you go,
Okay, I
Mad.
gave you 2.
Problem
Problem
solved. And I actually did something good for the group.
Wonderful rolls.
There you go. There's my shards. They add up to 28.
Okay.
I just took them off of mine already.
Crimson Curse cured.
Do you want to describe how this happens,
Okay.
DM?
So the shards are gonna be refined through all the pipettes and the beakers and the distillation devices and filter all down into a single potion bottle. So it's got a little bit of crystalline growth at the bottom of the bottle, and it's got a bit of a fizz when you open the stopper at the top. And
I
he's gonna-
mash. I crush the bottle into dust and snort it
Oh my god.
with all the liquids. Nah, no, I just drink
Ah, nobility at its finest.
it. Ah, nobility.
Okay.
People who are rich.
The shards go through your body and begin hollowing out the Crimson Curse from your bloodstream.
I cough out all the blood.
Is that healthy or?
Actually, you know, if this drought is actually how they take care of radiation in the body, it wouldn't be coming from your mouth. It'd be cleansed through your anus.
Oh boy.
Have fun
There's
tonight.
no 21st century toilet.
Hang on a second. That's incorrect.
Goggling grab.
There we go. No, that's still incorrect.
What is this? What is a goggling grab?
Okay. The potion does 16 damage to your insides.
What?
It's a small price to pay for getting rid of the Crimson Curse. Don't be a bitch.
You're no longer infected by the Crimson Curse, but oh boy, that has some kick.
Wait a second. I'm doing downtime and I have infinite healing. Oh, it does nothing. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine, guys.
Yeah, you're fine.
Purely
fine,
as
thanks.
RP.
But it hurts like
I
a
can-
bitch for a minute.
I can just immediately heal it back. I'm fine.
It's just like drinking
Yes.
boiling acid.
So
It really felt bad.
yeah. So in my alchemicals, of course, Leiron would learn about this tonic from Tinkerton, and just like, I've done it! I've figured out a way to get rid of this blasted disease.
Wait, is this me hearing you say that?
Yes.
After he got rid of it.
The alchemist is gonna jump up and
Am I a
down.
guinea pig?
And
No, before.
the alchemist is gonna jump up and down and cheer, and he's gonna break out his best bottle of champagne and start drinking in celebration. He's gonna offer you a bunch to drink.
Oh yeah, of course I'm going to drink it. I'm a tippler.
All right. So you drink.
No, I'm not.
You get blackout drunk, and nobody ever wrote down the formula. And the next morning, you don't remember what it was.
Oh my god.
Ah. Damn.
Ba-dum-bum.
Typical Tinkerton.
Damn it, Tinkerton!
Hey.
You
at least I was the one who actually found a cure that works. What was the fanatic going to do? Oh, I know. He was going to set you up on a crucifix and burn you to death.
He sure was. Yeah, that was the plan. You foiled again.
Ah, they don't get that fancy. They just get a single pyre.
No,
So does that mean that Galad lied to us, or was he just a colossal fuckwit who was just like, "Oh, I hear the fanatic has a cure," and he just doesn't know that that is being burned on a stick?
No, well, the fanatic actually has a cure.
Oh, he does.
it's
Right.
death?
No. He has a bottle. If you defeat the fanatic, you recover an item that actually is the cure.
Really?
That's how it works.
Although
in
he
Darkest Dungeon.
will,
And then you can
will fight you
reproduce
to the
it.
death, because you have the curse.
Is the potion remakeable?
No,
like,
it's a
replicable?
one-shot item. It's a quest item. He's got the
Ah.
Oh
only
wait,
one.
no, I forgot. You're supposed to beat the entire Crimson Court, and then you can like reproduce the cure.
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah, it's from the Baroness that you are able to glean how to get rid of this vile curse.
The head vampire. You need to get the head vampire's blood.
But hooray! I did something good for the team.
All
Yay!
current clues and evidence point at the Baron. If the Baron is the head vampire, you could end the curse. However, we all know that's not true.
Yeah, it's not true.
The head, not vampire.
He's up there though. He's one of the head vampires.
All right. So the next morning, I kind of wake up and I have a massive hangover, but no alcohol poisoning.
Now, you guys are in the hamlet. You have your week of downtime. So, Pig Needle, you there?
Yeah.
All right, Pig Needle. I autopiloted you a little bit when everybody went to the church to talk to the bishop. I had you pray and be respectful.
Appreciate that. Sunday?
Well, you're back in the hamlet. I'm gonna ask everybody, what do you want to do for your downtime? So, starting with you, what's your downtime gonna be?
I'm going to escort Matt around town.
To make sure he doesn't drink anybody's blood?
Yeah, okay. Yes.
I'm not a vampire anymore. I just got cured.
Okay.
All right, you're being followed and watched though, just to make sure that you don't relapse, right?
Right.
Right.
All right,
Okay.
Foxtrot, what does Bloop do during the week of downtime?
I am currently basically just refurbishing the inside of my home, adding a
Alright.
kelp farm, whatnot.
Kelp farms, excellent. So you're just doing some farming in the underwater part of your little base there. Then, Long, what is He-Man gonna do during the week?
We finished building Smitty's home, but is it furnished? If it's not, I would work on furnishing its house.
All right, you're making furniture. That'll take a while. It's like a craft skill. Even if it's cheap furniture, it should take quite a bit of time. Diamond,
So
what's Tinkerton's week of downtime?
I used up one of my potions of healing for the fortifying vapors, so I'll go to the alchemist to try and create some more potions of healing myself instead of having to spend the 50 gold in order to buy it.
Right on. DC 15. Roll it. You
And
try to
then
make
part
an
of
even
my-
better healing potion if you want to try like a higher DC.
Ooh, 20.
Well, I got a 20.
20? All right. 20 is pretty good. So you make a regular healing potion.
Awesome. How much is that going to cost me? Less than 50?
Let me take a look. I think it's 25.
What are you looking for?
Yeah, crafting price, we'll say 25. That's half the purchase price, so that's pretty good. You brew up a healing potion at half the cost.
Awesome. Uh, I guess I'll just, spend my time talking with the alchemist, sharing formulae, and show off how I get my gun to work to him. Kind of like, this is a trade secret, and you're the only other one I can trust with it.
All right. Sure. You trade information with the alchemist and get to be friends with him. He's a terrible drunk, but he knows a lot about how to brew up a potion.
That's how formulae is
Formulaic.
spelled.
That's formulae, bro.
Hmm.
Formaldehyde. Okay.
If-
Mad God, what's your week of downtime?
Now that's the question, isn't it? Now tell me, how much would it be to craft winged boots?
Kill one pigeon. Attach wings.
You could probably do one
Kill-
better and
Kill
and
your
make
familiar,
wing-
attach its wings to your boots, and then resummon it. Rinse, repeat.
Free.
probably
Oh my
do one
God.
better and make a winged hussar's armor set.
Winged hussar. Is that even a
Yeah,
magic
nothing
item?
says kill me first like wearing wings on your back.
They were a Polish cavalry in the medieval times.
I know the hussar
It's not
is
the
a.
medieval
I wonder
times.
what a
Medieval
winged
times.
hussar is. It's not a magical item, is it?
No, it's
No.
class.
Right.
Okay.
I don't understand winged boots because the winged boots give you a fly speed of 30 feet per round, and like what's meant to be the better version of that is the cloak of flying, which is worse.
Here's fun with winged boots. If the wings are on the boots and the draft is pulling up from the boots, wouldn't you have to fly upside down while wearing them?
Then you slip out of your boots and you fall to your death.
It's magical.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was that?
Better
Ian?
lace them up real tight. All right. So, winged boots. It's an uncommon item. Yeah, you could get it. It's expensive. What route do you want to take? Do you want to have Dante try to find it, or do you want to use one of
Well,
your?
tell me the
Oh,
tell me what the difference
right,
in
Mad.
costs.
Everybody, after divvying up the loot, it's 700 gold each, since there's 5 of us.
Oh,
Right. What about the? Was there any like skeleton key loot that needs to be paid back?
Buying skeleton keys and stuff.
Yeah. Are you any short?
No, I am missing a torch and a holy water, and I need to put away these things.
That's right. Ninja, since I'm attuning to this spell book during my downtime, I'll open it up via the moonlight it needs in order to open to see exactly what's inside.
All right, fair enough.
It's the idea. And what's the difference in prices? If I were to get it through Dante versus if I were to do my usual route of carousing favors and
If Dante can find it, it can be purchased at its regular full price. If you use
Which
your
is?
carousing favors, you might be able to spend favors to get it cheaper.
how much is full price and how much is the other one?
A lot.
How much?
8,000.
Oh God. Why is it so expensive?
Because magic doesn't exist.
Yes, it does.
it doesn't though.
Oh yeah, that's right. Magic doesn't exist. Tell that to my crescendo box, which just +3 damage, and what else do I have? The spell storing bow and the spell storing shuriken and the
So you're
magic
defying
earrings of
reality
protection
so
and
hard you should
the
implode,
headband of
right?
intellect, and it's not fucking rare.
Oh. Maybe you're just a unicorn. A gay British unicorn.
Oh my god.
10 to 1 says that
That's-
snake oil is not real snake oil.
That is pansexual at best, and you know that.
Okay, a pansexual unicorn. My bad.
Or
It's
maybe
a
a
placebo.
unicorn.
It just makes you think that you won't be as stressed.
Remember, kids, a unicorn's horn is normally floppy, but whenever it sees children, it gets hard.
Now, if you're going into the
What?
Crimson Court, this one might actually be a good trinket to have. The Crimson Curse is a disease. A +4 on all. Oh, god damn it!
Oh,
What was that?
somebody unlocked the Hamlet.
Don't unlock my Hamlet. God damn it!
Is that mad?
It wasn't me. My
Ooh.
left hand's on my phone, my right
That's
hand's
awesome.
on the mouse.
Um,
And now the right hand is holding the phone and the left hand is holding nothing.
I don't know what you're
What
grabbing in
about-
your room by yourself.
Smitty Werben Jaegerman Jensen.
I'm so alone. No one can see what I'm doing.
what the heck?
What is
We
going on?
banned
Why is
tiger
it
poop for this, so
You might want to
Why
press
is it
undo, DM.
rotating?
What's going on?
Reset.
I'm trying to fix it.
Okay, so wings of flying. While wearing this cloak, you can use an action to speak its command word. So first of all, you have to blow an action to use it. This turns the cloak into a pair of wings for 1 hour or until you repeat the command word as an action. The wings give you a flying speed of 60 feet. Okay, yes, that is double winged boots. When they disappear, you can't use them again for 1d12 hours. You can use them instantaneously on the wings of with the wings of boots of flying. How is a rare item worse than uncommon?
It's a mystery.
Explain.
Go ask it at Wizards of the Coast. They might have an answer.
there are
for it.
just fewer of them. It doesn't necessarily make them better based on rarity.
Miller's pipe. Every time I kill somebody, I smoke and take 2 less stress.
Oh,
Okay.
like sex, but with more murder.
Sure.
Every time you
So-
kill a
I'm not
monster,
sure
you
how I
get
feel
stress
about this.
-2. That's a good item.
Sorry, I
what
probably
do
should
you
have used
guys-
something you could relate to.
If you can kill crowds of enemies in a shot, that would be an amazing item. You kill 10 enemies in a blast, and it gives you like -20 stress.
Oh wait, that's right. I don't even actually need to attune to
Satisfying
the
explosions.
book
Well, I'm
ninja.
just-
I can use identify as a ritual.
And if you
So I
get
don't
killed,
act-
all other heroes are so sad that they get 45 stress.
No,
would
the
take-
pipe is gone.
I would take that stress in real life.
It takes stress damage every time we play this game.
Oh my god.
That's why you barely play this game.
Also, smoking the pipe poisons all the monsters within 30 feet.
Oh, that's cool.
Hmm.
Well, in 5e, it does
Sitting here
direct
talking.
damage for poison, though, right? So secondhand smoke kills, is what I'm getting at.
3d4 poison
But
damage.
only your enemies.
If they fail a
Yeah.
DC 12 con save. It's not
Is-
safe
If you're
for half,
smoking,
though.
it's not secondhand.
Is the 30 feet around you or 30 feet around the target that you killed?
No, it would be around you, because you're smoking the Miller's
The
pipe.
pipe. Yeah, it'd be from the
Right,
pipe.
okay.
That just makes sense.
Now, here's the thing:
I
would
don't
you
know, that
actually
gun
be
is always far
smoking the
away.
crystal?
What, Diamond?
I mean, I'm looking at the Miller's pipe and I'm thinking, would you actually be smoking the crystal from the comet?
Yes. It is a crystalline
So
pipe.
we're advocating smoking crystal in D&D. That's good. You only do it when you have to. It's not a crutch, Diamond. Don't get hooked.
Damn, that's a bad debuff on there. Don't get dropped. Anyway, nobody can afford it. It's super expensive.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, not
Hey,
even.
there.
who is the closest to being able to afford removing their flaw? Their next flaw?
Yeah, I need to get rid of that. Thanks for reminding me.
Who's
Can I
the closest?
remove flaws while still building carpenting stuff for Smitty's house?
No, because you got to be in the place, right, all day.
Ah, okay, guess not then.
Yeah,
DM, how
the-
much to remove
week
a
of recovery.
locked quirk?
5,000. That's what it is for mine, so I assume
Correct.
it's the same for everybody.
5,000.
DM, you are a piece of.
It's the setting. It's not his fault. It's just the way the world is.
Now, if
Is
you
the
spend
way.
your heirlooms correctly, you can make that cheaper.
We were actually saving our heirlooms to make the
Get
bank.
level
I think
4
we actually
skills.
might have enough.
DM, can I finally sell the puzzling trapezibaba?
Trapezohedron.
Yeah. Actually, can I trade it? It's worth 5,000 gold. Can I trade that to remove the locked buff?
No. Reginald Warwick, the augment gem dealer in the inn, will buy it off you. He'll give you 500 platinum coins in exchange. A sack of platinum coins.
Yeah, do that then.
All right. He can't get
Reginald,
it
look.
right away. It'll take a day for him to go to a bank, retrieve his sack of platinum, and bring it to you.
That's fine.
Uh,
Do I have to guard him while he does it?
Yep.
No, I mean,
Ninja,
you protect your gem. He'll meet you tomorrow and make the deal.
All right then. Fade to
How
black.
much-
It's tomorrow. Here you go.
All right.
how many heirlooms do we have to spend to get the bank?
Okay. You have a blueprint, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna go into the Darkest Dungeon wiki, and I'm gonna go find the Hamlet upgrades. Let's see here.
You know, the Sentinel Shield does not exist here already, and that sucks.
Trying to get level 4
Yeah, I got it.
skills.
I think I got that Sentinel shield the same time Gloop got those gauntlets of ogre power.
I'm gonna have to create it.
Ah, okay. I found where the where all the treasure is. So this he put it on a gold uh on a gold card. So which also reminds me, Ninja, I get 250 for the minor antique by turning it into Dante, right?
Dante won't
Unless
take
I
it.
can.
Dante won't take
Oh,
it. You'll have to go to a rare goods dealer that you
you
know,
mean like the gypsy?
like a contact that you know in another town will buy it off you.
Okay, well, I'll save it up then. It's not as if I'm going to die in the next few days.
I mean, you could have a message sent, and when the wagon arrives, it'll probably bring a dealer to purchase it off of you.
Sounds like a plan. But did everyone adjust their monetary needs?
Monetary need.
What?
Yes, after divvying up the loot that I have on my
You said we got 700, right?
700 each person.
So I added that.
I will
I
add
need
700.
612 to get rid of my flaw. Which I will look at here in a second.
All right, you wanted the bank, right? The bank costs 15,000 gold, 50 portraits, and 1 blueprint.
You've got to be shit. I thought it was
What?
deeds. I thought it was deeds. No.
Your ways
25. Did you say 25,000 gold?
15,000.
15,000.
Okay, 15,000. That is no one's got that.
Hey Ninja, how
I
much is
got
the Sentinel shield worth?
12.8.
Yeah, Long's got that. Of course he does.
Okay, you go to Dante and show him a sentinel shield. He inspects it. He's going to do a little bit of appraisal.
I've got 12.3. I guess we do have that. But I'm spending mine on quirk removal.
You have a
What I'm
sentinel
wondering
shield.
is there
Yeah, I got that
actually any
couple
building that
sessions
we
ago.
can get?
You're just giving to me. I didn't earn it.
How long does it take to remove a quirk? A
Do you have
day?
blueprint?
A
Who has a
week.
blueprint?
I have one.
That would be your week of downtime to remove a quirk.
Ah, damn it. What did I say I was doing? Winged boots.
If Mad goes and removes a quirk and I just follow him, do I also get a quirk removed?
No, there's
Damn.
only
That's
room
right.
for one person in the cell.
I
Nurse
know,
Ratchet
Ratchet.
keeps a close eye on him.
You can get close, Mad. I don't mind.
I know, Ratchet. It's I've got a +1 here. No +1. Okay, I'll use my week of downtime getting cured.
How much did he say it was? By the way?
5,000.
Really? Okay.
Well, is it? You never said. Is it 5,000?
To remove a locked quirk is
Locked
5,000.
Yeah.
I'm at the shield, though.
While holding the shield, you have advantage on initiative rolls and wisdom perception checks. The shield is emblazoned with a symbol of an eye. It's only uncommon, and yet the value is quite high.
It is really good.
I thought we already had one of them.
Yeah, and now it's made its way into my hand, so.
Okay, hang
Why
on a
didn't you
second.
just... Why do you have to pay for it?
I want to write down how much it's worth,
Alright.
so that if I ever do have to sell it, I know how much to sell it for. It is not currently on the card. That's why I'm asking.
Alright.
It's also not online, so I'm asking Ninja.
Alright, Dante says he'll give you 10,000 gold for it right now.
What the fuck? But I need it.
Then keep it.
I planned on it. I just want to know how much it's worth. I was getting it appraised. / out of character writing down the value in case we sell it, like I explained.
I
Hey,
mean,
DM.
So,
when we get enough.
There's a new cantrip out there that... Actually, no, I think it's either a cantrip or a first level spell, I can't remember, but what it does is it makes an item look either worth more than it is or look more worth... Oh, it looks worth less than it is or worth more than it is.
Dante tells you he knows a knight who would pay top dollar for this, so he'll be more than happy to take it off your hands.
Which one, the shield or the thing Matt was talking about?
The Sentinel Shield.
10,000. I mean, I also want this. Does he have a shield I could purchase with the funds to replace it?
Like a magic one? No. He could give you a regular good shield.
I'm looking for like a +1 shield.
He tells you that the blacksmith could probably make that if you were to help him upgrade his blacksmith shop.
I'm gonna sell the fucking shield.
Okay then.
But you want the
Oh,
shield.
if I remember,
I do.
If I remember correctly, we actually might just have enough to upgrade the blacksmith, so you definitely would be able to do that.
Man, Dante is
After
so broke now.
Please armory 2.
Yeah, he said he'd give me 10,000 for it, which means it's probably worth 20,000. So if I take that 10,000 gold, I'll immediately use 5,000 of that to
Hey, Ninja.
also remove my flaw, and then just keep the other 5.
Do you think if Pig Needle shares that he's looking to get his shield appraised, I might be able to like contact a collector of rare and valuable magical items and see if I can get a better price?
Let's do it. I already sold it.
Ah,
I get rid of clumsy. That's as good as having a +1 shield. Then I can just get a regular ass shield. It's the same.
I put it on his list, but he's probably gonna sell that pretty quick.
Nice. Yeah, how much will he immediately resell that back to me for?
Oh, like you said, 20,000 gold.
Okay, I thought so. Fucker.
He gave you fair market price. What are you talking about?
But still, like, I'm still in the store and he immediately adds the price tag. What a dick. What's a +1 shield cost? Blacksmith.
He can't do it yet because he needs upgrades, but I'll tell you how much it would cost.
Yeah, I just need to plan ahead.
well, we do have the deeds. I think it's just the crests that we need to worry about for the blacks.
All right, so they already did one rank of blacksmith. So right now he can already make masterworks stuff. He could make +1 weapons. Well, actually, no. You want to do armor. So hang on. They also
Yeah,
have
just
level
a
1 in
shield.
that. If you could do +1 armor and crafting, if you had 20 deeds and 21 crests.
That's to upgrade him?
To do the upgrade, let's see, you've got the crests, you've got the deeds, you could do the upgrade, and at that point, it would cost you.
Let's upgrade him, guys. Or do you want the bank?
I want to save the crest for the level 4 skills that we could learn from
Crests are a
the
dime a
duel
dozen.
hall.
Does anyone know level 3 skills?
Nope.
Skills.
I do.
You're the only one that would benefit. Upgrading the blacksmith would benefit everyone.
Okay.
Yes, I would actually have to agree with Pig Needle, as you know, my weapon is currently non-upgrade.
Yeah. Remember last time when I swung my hammer and did all that 0 damage because it wasn't magic? This will fix that.
Well, if you're talking about weaponry, that's not the +1 for shield.
I'll be right back.
It's +1 on both, right? That's what he said.
Yeah,
Uh,
each time you upgrade
you have
the
to
blacksmith.
upgrade separate things. You have to upgrade one for weaponry and one for
Oh, what?
for
I
armor.
thought it was just upgrading the blacksmith in general.
He's got two different
Yeah.
things he can upgrade. You can upgrade his weaponsmithing, his armor smithing, and his furnace. So
I'm upgrading
think-
his furnace too.
okay, the
Cheaper
furnace
cost.
changes the cost of items. So magic +1 right now would cost 1,500 gold for a shield or 1,000 for a weapon.
What does it cost to upgrade both magic and weapon, or armor and weapons?
All right, it's 20 deeds and 21 crests for each one of them. They all use the same stuff.
So 40 and 42.
Yep.
What do we have currently?
And that would allow
We
you
have
to make
+1
+1
crests
armor
50
and
deeds.
weapons.
What diamond?
We have 47 crests and 50 deeds.
So we could do both right now.
Yes, but it also costs money to also do the upgrades. I
How
think.
much?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, never mind.
Well,
Never mind.
I vote we upgrade both sides of the blacksmith. Skip the furnace for now.
Yes,
But that's just my vote.
I vote for it too.
Every time you upgrade the furnace, it's a 10% discount.
That's pretty sweet. But right now we need access to things that help us.
And right now it's at level 0, so to upgrade the furnace only requires 4 deeds and 4 crests.
Can we do all of the above?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Guys, thoughts?
So you can get the 10%
I have
discount
no opinion. I don't
and magic
care about the
armor and
blacksmith.
weapons. However, that's going to set back your plans to get a bank for quite a while.
Well, I mean, we need more portraits, and we're gonna get more crests along the way, anyways. So we need to work up our portraits before we even think about trying to get the bank.
The bank doesn't even need crests or portrait or deeds.
It does. No, it needs portraits.
Just portraits.
Oh, it
Just
needs
portraits.
gold, and the blueprint. That's it.
Uh-huh.
So we could do both if we
So
had the
this is
portraits.
not setting back the bank progress at all.
Yeah,
So
you have
Ninja
one.
just lied to the entire party, is what you're saying.
You're right.
Sure,
You're right.
he misspoke.
I thought it would. I thought it would.
It's trying to give me a heart attack.
Now that I think about it, though, it doesn't.
Yeah, I say we upgrade the blacksmith. Well, just
Only
one.
thing it's setting back is the guild restoration, which is what I wanted. But I mean, I'm fine with the weapons and armor too.
Yeah, I just think it'll be a more general bonus, and it'll help us live longer, so we can get the things you need faster.
Yes, definitely.
I don't think he's worried about that. He's a tank.
And he already has magical weapons, so
Well,
Did we not give you a magical weapon? I thought,
I
I
have
thought
a
we shared
warhammer.
a magical one. You have a warhammer. That's it. Not a magic.
that's all he has.
it's the one thing I have to. You gave me a magical crossbow. I don't know what you were
Okay.
thinking.
I asked if you wanted it. You accepted it.
Well, my alternative was a regular crossbow, so I mean, why not? Then I immediately gave it to Diamond because it's better in his hands.
Oh, you did? I don't have it.
God damn it, Diamond. I gave you the crossbow card. It should be on your area somewhere when you created your new character. Please tell me you didn't delete it.
I didn't delete it, but it doesn't look like it's here.
Well, it was once.
Did Pig? No, not Pig. Did Ninja take it when you died as Urborg?
Oh no. Did
Was
you
it-
happen to scoop up a crossbow?
I think Urborg's stuff was gone, like, right away. It wouldn't have been on the pile of Urborg stuff.
He had it off to the side, kind of. And it persisted, so maybe. But yeah, I put it on the wooden part of the table, so it shouldn't have been there. Unless someone moved it there. But yeah, that crossbow you guys gave me should be in Diamond's hands right now.
Do you remember what it was?
Is it like crossbow force +1 or some shit? Did like an extra 1 die 4?
I have a copy of it that
Yeah,
I
there were
gave
two
it
of
to Smitty, so I have all the details of it.
All right, then.
Okay.
Perfect.
That's easier
So
than
it
me
went to
generating a
Smitty.
new one.
Speaking of magic items, Ninja, what exactly does this spellbook have in it?
Which one?
The magically sealed spellbook. I believe it was the one where I needed to have it in under the stars in order to open it.
Do you have a note card?
Plus, it's
Pretty sure all the info was on the note card, so you have the note card.
well, it was on the note card, but I told you that I wasn't able to open it at the time, so we just put magically sealed spellbook. Oh wait, there's a second. The elemental states of Kunan.
Oh, all right. Locked by magic. Opened by starlight. Oh, yeah, it is a spell book. It contains those spells that are listed there. You don't cast magic, so you probably can't figure it out.
Yet.
However, many a wizard would pay money for that spell book.
It is quite tempting, but I think I can actually use some of these spells.
There you go, Diamond.
Oh, there it is.
Hoorah!
Yeah, I do not
Bogros.
remember having this at all. But okay, that's fine with me.
Ninja, at one point I sleep with this two-handed giant ashwood boar spear marked with strange rune words. Does anything happen to
Yeah.
or to me?
You're cursed.
Turn into a pig.
You turned into a pig with a needle on it.
It is a big fucking spear.
Where'd you get that one?
Goodbye, Dark
I
Temptation.
don't know. I just have the card. I don't remember where I got it. It was a while ago.
Well, now it's an illusion.
It's either the cove or the farmstead.
It had to have been the cove because I don't think we have been to the farmstead in.
When we killed the giant bird.
True,
Not
true.
like two.
Yeah, you might have found that in like the refuse of its nest.
What else can we spend those deeds on?
Found it.
Upgrading our stagecoach. I think no. The tavern for more stress relief. And I think the guild.
And the guild just lets us train more.
Train better skills and also cheaper. But I mostly care about just the skills. And I think also the stagecoach, if I'm not mistaken. The stagecoach will let, like, if you make a new character, somebody dies, or we get new random people, they can start at higher levels more easily with easier DC rolls.
All right, I dropped the spear on your board there.
Okay.
Okay. You've lost the ability to sneak because of a curse. Make a DC 15 Charisma save.
Charisma save.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, your worst save.
You're haunted.
Eight.
You failed.
Shit.
The specter is going to hang out near you from now on. It's going to cry and make noises and wail.
Oh no.
So you are unable to sneak because of a curse. You can try to
Does it
convince the
last
ghost to go away every day.
Okay.
Convince the ghost to go away every day.
Please leave me alone.
Once a day, you can try to
No!
make the DC 15 Charisma save. But it
Would
is
it
a pretty
also be-
awesome spear, so it has other abilities.
Would you also be able to try and kill the ghost?
It's a fear spear.
Just like those Care Bears.
DC 12 Wisdom save or become shaken. But that's also because it's haunted. It's got a terrifying ghost attached to it.
It's Casper.
Maybe. I envisioned the ghost baby from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh yeah.
The video
I
leeching
actually
episode.
haven't seen that episode.
So good. Shake kills himself so that he can haunt Meatwad's video game.
Ah, okay. Now I think I remember.
Yeah. It's pretty intense.
Wait, doesn't the spear only come out if I use the command word to activate it? At least that's how I'm reading it.
Now, curse items happen when you touch them.
No, but it says the spirit contained in the spear awakens when it is used.
Yeah, but to find out how to use it, you have to hold it, spend a night with it, figure out the command word, and read it aloud to activate it to figure out what it does.
Okay.
So it's you can identify things for free overnight, but there is risk because you're touching it, and they could be cursed. But detect magic detects curses, so if you see red, don't sleep with it.
It's good advice.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I do have the detect magic cantrip.
Good.
I can use it as a ritual to look for magic stuff.
Well, walking on long while he's asleep. We'd cast that spell on him.
I don't know that he has any current magic items, so I'm not
Then
going
I
to medicate.
guess it's irrelevant.
Forget, how do you get rid of curses?
Remove curse. It's a spell.
Pay for it.
You pay for
Yeah,
it, basically.
I can
Is there
answer
a
that
way,
question
counter
for
this?
money.
Generally, clerics will do that. Some wizards.
Is there someone in the hamlet that does that?
The abbot.
What?
The abbot.
Oh, the abbot. Wow, I
The
didn't
abbot.
catch that for some reason.
Here, I'll put him
So,
back on the
like-
board. He's back this week. In the
But
previous
happy
week,
about
the abbot had gone on a important pilgrimage to the wine cellar.
Did he get some good wine?
Yes,
Can I have some?
he drank it all.
Oh, greedy bitch.
Did we decide to upgrade the blacksmith?
I vote yay.
All right. Well, several of you want to do it. Others are
All two
not
of us.
opposed. So,
Yeah, silence is tacit agreement.
Nope, I'm not doing it.
See, there you go.
well, it seems like you're outvoted. I don't know, Fox.
I'm
How do you
just
feel?
saying, you can do what you like with your own money, but I'm just saying I'm not pitching in.
It doesn't cost money.
It's not money.
Oh, what is it? Deeds and crests?
Yeah.
Yep.
40
ahead.
deeds and 42 crests, or 44 deeds and 46 crests. That'll leave you with just one crest.
That's totally way easier to keep track of.
And 44 from 50 leaves 6 deeds. You want to go whole hog on it?
Kind of do,
All
but
right,
I'm
so that'll give you
trying to get everybody's opinion.
10% discount and magic weapons and armor. It'll make the
That
blacksmith
sounds-
very happy too.
Really good to me.
Will he finally stop doing the same random shit of pulling out a nail, melting it down, turning it into another nail, then hammering it into some wood?
Oh yeah,
And then
he'll
pulling that
have
nail
he'll
out.
have an awesome shop after he upgrades from this.
Sweet.
Yeah, look at that.
1 week
So-
later.
The only quest that we really have left on the quest board is the hag. Do you guys want to go into that dungeon?
Becomes
Today?
fine after all those upgrades.
I
What are we
mean,
doing the Baron?
it just upgraded the blacksmith.
Well,
I
it
figured
gets-
I'd poke
well, it
around
gets
there for a
better.
minute.
I thought it was originally in ruins.
That's third. This is, well, my God, how is that number 4? 4,
Oh my god!
1, 2, 3. So that.
Okay, so your current standing with the blacksmith. The blacksmith can do +1 weapon repairs and crafting. The blacksmith can do +1 armor repairs and crafting. You can hire the blacksmith. He offers a 10% discount on his wares, reflected in these new prices. So, new items at base cost, masterwork items at plus 270 gold, magic +1 at 900 gold. It's more expensive for shields by 400 and some. I forget exactly.
Wait, what?
Staff of the Magi.
450 more for a shield than it is for a weapon for +1.
That's weird. Usually they're cheaper.
Staff of Power.
Armor
Staff of
armor is
power.
way more valuable in 5e than damage is. That's why the armor costs like 1.5 times more than the regular weapon damage plus.
Well, what's a +1 shield gonna run me?
+1 shield is normally 1500, but with a 10% discount, take 150 off.
1,350.
Yeah.
I'm buying one.
All right. He'll hammer away at it. Complete it within a few days.
How many +1 armor pieces can you get? Like, I've already got a +1 cloak and a +1 earrings. Can you get like +1 boots, +1 gloves?
Yeah.
You can just stack them on top of each other, and each one gives you an AC bonus.
In 5e, yes.
Some things stack, some things don't.
What don't?
Yeah, I'm not sure specifically. I'll let you know if I come across one.
You can't wear 2 sets of armor.
You know,
You can't wear 2 shields.
So if you'll recall when you said
No, I mean in
When you
separate
said
in separate pieces.
Yeah, separate slots is fine.
When you
So like
said I
+1
have
studded leather, gloves, +1
earrings,
studded
I
boots.
asked if you had a helmet because you can't wear a helmet and earrings that are magical at the same time.
Yes.
So you're restricted by the body slots.
Right. Why can't you wear earrings and the helmet at the same time?
D&D rules.
Magic.
So is that a new rule you're enforcing now? Does that mean I can't wear my earrings anymore?
No, this is a rule
That's
D&D has always had. You can't have two items in the same slot.
Right.
How much does it cost to remove a curse?
You have to get remove curse cast by the abbot.
I've been using earrings in the same slot as my. I've been using that as like my jewelry. How do I put this? It's like my look sunglasses
Your
slot.
accessory slot?
Yeah.
All right. He asked for a 90 gold donation to his little abbey here.
90 gold? Done.
All right. So you give he doesn't automatically succeed. He's going to try. So he's going to do his best remove curse prayer. He says, "Oh God, bless this child and cleanse him of his curse. Make this ghost go away." The ghost screams and he's like, "Ah, exorcism. Make this ghost go away." Oh, he rolled a 3. Fuck.
Ah.
Try again.
Okay. So he tells you, "All right, all right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can do this. I can do this. Give me a day to prepare. I'll prepare. If you come back tomorrow, just to donate 90 gold to the church, and I'll try the exorcism again."
Okay.
All right. And the next day. All right. He goes through all the ritual, all the pomp and the ceremony. He pulls out incense and herbs, and he gets a congregation of peasants. They're all going to sing a choir hymn before he makes his attempt. This
I'll
time,
join in.
Can I give him advantage?
he rolls a 9. With his modifiers, it's going to be just enough, just barely enough. He commands the ghost to begone, and
Begone now!
do you have the spear?
Yes. I'm gonna sell it. Or wait, no. If he does that, it breaks the magic on the spear, or
It's
just
gonna
the curse.
it's gonna break your spear.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay, you cast remove curse. The ghost is banished. All the magic from the spear is banished. The spear itself takes damage and becomes a damaged item.
I just imagine that ghost disappearing like the devil from Tenacious D.
That ghost is super pissed off.
next time.
There's like a vortex of air and things around the room flap and are thrown around, but eventually the ghost flies away.
You're free. Go.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
And the abbot is going to thank you for the 180 gold that you paid him for his services, and he tells you, if you ever have troubles like this again, come to me, my son. I will gladly help you. And you've done a great service for the community. This money will help with the bread lines for the peasants. This will be great.
Yes, and thank you for getting rid of that haunting ghost from me, Father Gregory.
99 plus 90 equals 108.
Is that what he said? I heard 180. Right.
180.
So this item just gets destroyed,
It's broken. You could repair it.
but it would just become a regular spear.
Well, let's see what it
Spear
is.
of spearing. This spear has all the qualities of a spear.
It is a very big spear. It's an ashwood boar spear. The ghost was providing the terror. So its magic is gone. It's still a +1 weapon, though. So it would do 1d8 +1 to hit and damage. You could repair it. Right now it's currently only damaged a little bit. So the blacksmith would just have to make a craft check. He could probably fix it for you. Or you could try it yourself.
Pig Needle, would you use a +1 spear? Or just two-handed? So I don't think you'd use it, use shield.
Yeah, it's really big. You have to use it two-handed. It is in fact giant size. More like a fat pike.
I would have it repaired and then I guess sell it after.
Yeah. +1 item, you could sell it. So do you want the blacksmith to repair it?
Sure.
He makes a roll.
Or actually, can I do it since I have
If you're a
been
blacksmith, you could try it
practicing at
yourself. You don't need him to do it. He's probably gonna want to charge you some money.
to use his smithing equipment?
No, for him to do it. But if you want to do it yourself, he'll let you.
Okay, yeah, I will do it.
Better roll high intelligence.
It's intelligence?
That's when it comes to crafting materials and such intelligence. At least that's what I got from 3.5.
Crafting materials. What?
Well, he's working on.
Materials to craft. Okay. Never mind.
I mean, he's working on his arms and armor, so that's technically
Wait.
craft.
What are you doing, Wong? Can you craft shit?
That would be proficiency in smithing tools.
I got proficiency in smithing now. Using blacksmith tools.
You just
and I'm
made me
trained
buy
under
a
the-
full price fucking shield and you could just make
I don't know if I can make magical ones that are
Oh.
+1, but I can probably repair like one.
I can make magical ones.
Can I make magical ones, DM?
If you
think you
collect
can.
magical ingredients from magical creatures, you could potentially make magic items.
You can have my ones if you like.
That
mean,
reminds me, I still have like I don't know. Didn't I take venom sac? Yeah, I still got that venom sac from that spider.
I still have shambler organs, which, from what I've been told by the DM, their only main use is as what is it? It's like a whetstone, basically.
Weird. Did you say a magical warhammer is +1 or sorry, plus 1500 gold? Or is it total 1500 gold? Okay. Minus 1350, sorry.
All right, long.
Or
It's
no.
a DC 15 Smith's tool. Check to repair. DC 15.
I need to look up the freaking grit and glory roll because I have 100 points and I forgot what proficiency gives me.
100 points of what?
Of training under the blacksmiths.
Oh, that.
I can't find the page for it.
It's like way at the back of the book. It's like way at the back somewhere. I'm looking for it too. Good luck. It's in here somewhere. So it's before crits and injuries. You know, it might have not even been Grit and Glory. It might have been like training a new skill in Xanathar's Guide.
Probably.
That's why we can't find it. That's my hunch. Let me take a look. I have that book open
I
directly to
wonder if
the
they removed
section.
it in 6th edition Because I do remember it wasn't 5th edition that we were using before for version 5. Ah, here we go. Page 50. 100 points. What is this? I am trained, so I get a +1, and I reroll 1s, 2s, and 3s. And then you said I have to roll a what? I just roll a d20 with my blacksmithing tools with my proficiency bonus.
Yeah, just roll it.
Okay. I reroll 1. All right, that is 18. Oh wait, I actually get a +1 with it, so it's actually supposed to be 19.
Okay. So it was DC 15. You successfully repair it. It's now just like a stitched up. It's got like maybe an extra wrap around the wooden shaft of the giant spear that holds it together. The spider line crack in it will hold together. Maybe some wood resin or something. But now it's just a regular +1 boar spear. You can delete the entire thing about causing terror and magic words and just a +1 magic spear.
So what do you guys think? Think we can squeeze in a bit of the wield by going and looking for the hat?
Right now, I'm still waiting to get my warhammer.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so towards the end of the week, after the blacksmith has had time to finish crafting, did you have a weapon made? I thought you were going to do a regular shield.
I had him make me a +1 shield.
Yeah.
But now I also need a +1 warhammer.
Oh, right on then. Well, to make a +1 weapon, he will require 900 gold.
I'll pay that.
All right. What kind of weapon?
Oh, +1 warhammer.
All right, all decked out in +1 gear, feeling magical.
How much can I sell the +1 spear for?
It's got a price on the card, right? It's gonna be less than that because it lost some of its ability. I'm gonna say you get 1,000 gold for it.
Okay.
All right.
I'll sell my old warhammer. It's worth 15, so 7.5.
Oh wait, does Dante have money to buy it?
He just spent 10,000 gold. He's only got 2,235 gold left. So with
Okay. I can sell
1,000, he's got 1,235 left.
Alright. Getting the curse and spending the 90 gold ended up being a profit.
Ba-ba-ba.
All right, Ninja. Now the big question: how much is +1 plate mail?
Oof. An
Maybe you
arm
can
and
get
a leg.
maybe you can get a bundle deal where you got a +1 shield, so he'll give you a discount for the mail.
I doubt it. We're already getting 10% off from upgrading. So
So I think it's 900 gold is in addition to the base cost.
What's the base cost?
Like
15.
1500. So 2400 total for a +1 plate mail.
2,400. Can I buy that?
If you got the gold.
I do. Can I sell my split mail +1?
Yes. However, the blacksmith's going to tell you that he's running out of time.
I
So
just need that.
plate mail is not going to be done this week.
That's totally fine. I'll order it.
That's a big ass task. He's like, maybe if I had some hirelings that could help me at the furnace.
I'll
I
go
have
capture some immediately. Yeah, there you go.
He
We'll
knows a
put the
guy.
fish
He
in the
knows
furnace.
he knows a guy. He's gonna get Akis the carpenter to help him out. You're earning him a lot of money, so he's gonna get.
Oh, I was gonna offer to help.
Yeah, that's a great place to
I
go get
was-
experience.
I was gonna offer to help by offering up the magical crossbow I have as like payment for your mail, because I
need.
don't really see myself using it at any time.
No need.
All right,
And you
Yes.
should be.
Selling off my magical items.
Gerbo the
I mean-
fisherman and his dog Wiga are gonna go over there and help him out too.
I
I
want to help.
mean, basically, I would be selling it as, like paying for the price. I mean, I'm probably going to get the most out of it by just giving it to the blacksmith and saying, "Here, this magical crossbow should be enough to pay for the plate."
I
No
was gonna
thanks.
get more training out of it.
My split mail's worth 6,200, so I'll sell it for 3,100.
Well, hang on. Are you using it?
Oh wait, no, that's right. This won't be done. I'll sell it next week.
Right.
I need that for now. That's right. I just wanted to get this all out of the way, but that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
This one has a value, so it's easy.
So like he can only craft so much during the week, even with 2 helpers. It's gonna limit it. He's trying to make plate mail now. He already
What
made
about 2 more helpers?
he made a shield. He made a weapon. This is like a long-term project. So having
Guys
more helpers
aren't,
won't help
like,
out beyond a certain
Trained in
point.
blacksmithing. He needs trained help.
Hey, I've got fish that are willing to learn.
I paid him everything. He's good. I just
But
need
he's-
to wait.
But he's dealing in magical equipment now.
Yeah, he's taking
That reminds me,
taking both of these as apprentices. He'll train them up.
I have proficiency with blacksmith tools. If I could help out in some way,
Yeah.
maybe get this project done before the week ends, so that so that
No.
Pig Needle will have okay, it won't get
That
done.
sounded bad.
I almost knocked everything over on my desk.
Chill, Diamond, chill.
Sounded like one thing fell down.
Yeah, it was my large ass monster can,
Mm.
which bumped into my Snickers milk, which almost toppled my KFC.
Snickers milk? What?
Yes. Yeah. What is Snickers milk?
Hold on. Did I hear that right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you
they've
heard that right.
made they've made Twix and Snickers chocolate low fat milk.
That sounds like diabetes.
Yeah. Actually,
You're American,
Um,
aren't you? You're American, aren't you, Diamond?
How could you tell?
No, you could, as if you couldn't tell before. I'm a
The food gave it
Minnesotan.
away.
Thank you very much.
oh my god.
But anyway, so Ninja, I would say I guess I spend 5 days carpentering like a proper bed for Smitty's house. I don't know if that would finish it. And then the other day I would like one day, since the downtime's usually 6 days, right? I would spend the other day learning how to make magical armor with the blacksmith.
Yeah. Not so easy,
I'm gonna,
really. Not so
I'm gonna
easy.
roll. I need to find the thing again. I need to roll.
Plate armor takes 75 days to craft, it says.
Oh,
I rolled a
so I'll write that
D20.
down.
I actually made a note card
And
for
I
it right
get,
here. I'm gonna put it by the blacksmith.
I
Oh,
roll.
I made one too. Whoops. I made one for a purchase order though.
All right. The blacksmith can't train anybody to do that.
What did you say I roll for the sub-skill training game? It was a d20 and like uses my athletic proficiency or something?
You just had it open, right?
Yeah.
Well, I had it open too. If you roll 0 to 10, you don't get points. If you roll 10 to 14, you get 1 point. If you roll 15 to
Yeah, I know,
19, you
but I
get
was
2 points.
saying like what modifiers do I use when I roll?
None?
Because I was using some before.
Well, I mean, it's doing the skill, so you just roll it as normal.
His
Okay.
name's Aegon
And you're
Targaryen.
not proficient in it initially, so you
Yes.
don't add anything.
No, I'm proficient in blacksmithing tools.
No. All right.
So just my proficiency with blacksmithing tools?
I guess so.
Okay, and I guess also the +1 with the trained, since I now have the more than 50 points.
So let's see. This is per day you can roll. So I guess you've made a lot of rolls to get to 100 points.
Yeah, before I was spending like all my before we had Smitty in his house, like I was just spending like all my downtime blacksmith training because I had nothing else to do.
And then it says at 50 points, you're trained.
All right, 22.
200,
so
you
that
become
gives
expert.
me 3 more training points. All right, I'm at 105 in training points now. Just 95 more.
You know, now
How
I
many
actually
slots do we
realize.
have? What?
I just realized where thanatophobia comes from.
Okay.
So
Thanos.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Thanatos, the god of death.
Yeah. So anyway, how many slots do we have for removing negative quirks? Matt and I are spending a week removing them. How many slots do we have?
Two people can be in there at the same time.
And there's only one way to remove negative stuff.
No, that is not true. So you can either pay for it in the downtime, or you can find there's like 2 or 3 different curios that you can find and use specific items to interact with them to remove negative.
Okay, but in town.
But if they're locked, then it only removes the lock part.
In town,
In
though,
town,
right?
yes.
Okay, that's where we are. So contextually, that's what I was talking about.
2 treatment wards in the sanitarium. Those are the patient cells. And then you can get the eerie coral from the cove, or you can get the booth, the confession booth from the ruins. Will remove a negative quirk.
So I can't squeeze time in it anywhere and help him get rid of crap.
Don't worry about it too much. The 2
Oh, I won't.
permas that I have aren't too bad. Just as long as I'm not around anybody who has a torch, I won't get a hit to the damage that I'll be dealing.
Here's the
Or the
Sentinel
Elder
shield that I
That
gave
was
you.
just down inside the Baron's house.
You
That
could just
also removes
delete it. Where's that?
It's right here, but you know,
Yeah, just delete
might
it.
want to throw it back in as loot at some point.
Boy, that would be a moneymaker if it went back in his loot. That thing's valuable.
Sure is. It's a really good shield. It is the ideal shield for a paladin, which I am not.
This is actually pretty fair though, because like a lot of the value in the treasure I give is items, and then people don't sell them. So this is like one of the first times people have sold a high ticket value item. So now the party is rich, but mostly you.
It's okay. I have no negative quirks, and I just ordered all of my gear that I need. So I just have $4,000 sitting around, almost $5,000. That's why I'm immediately focused on helping people getting rid of quirks.
Well, I would definitely like to work on my character's levels, so I'm more in the mood of going and doing quests.
Okay, so now that everybody's done downtime and gotten rid of negative quirks,
Well, before we go, are there like healing potions and shit maybe we should take with us?
I have 5 healing potions, 2 from the treasure that I got, from the Baron's house, and 2 that I had to start that I had after I used fortifying vapors, and then the one that I actually made at the alchemist. So I have 5.
Oh, never mind. Long is fucking loaded. Never mind.
Yeah,
We're
and
good.
long
Yeah,
is
yeah,
loaded.
I carry all the stupid things for
I see that.
curios. And in terms of money, I'm not really sure what to do with my money right now. I got
Same.
13,600.
We should be helping people
and-
get rid of negative.
Give me the
quirks.
money.
Yeah, I was going to, but because I was doing other stuff, I couldn't sit in the sanitarium.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
Yeah,
long.
slots are
Long,
full.
I forgot ages ago. Do you remember? Fucking, you were in debt to me and you owed me like 13,000 gold.
Did I? For what?
Yeah. Yeah, I completely forgot. You owe me 13,000 gold.
Why?
Oh, I can't remember the details, but yeah, just give me 13,000 gold.
Oh my god.
No. I do want a magical returning javelin one day, but I don't know if he can make those kind of enchantments.
Oh, that's way too expensive. I think it exists. What's it called?
I'm pretty sure that's only like an uncommon magical item, so it's not that rare.
All right,
There's a
so
javelin
the
of
the
lightning.
blacksmith isn't a spellcaster, so all he can do is make the high quality item. He can't make anything wondrous.
Okay.
I could see about having a shot at it. I mean, I have arcane training, and I know how to work with blacksmith tools, and I do have that
So,
venom sac from.
all right, so it's very up to the DM in most cases. So what you want to do, you want to get a magical creature of some sort, kill it, harvest something from its body using a nature roll maybe. Um, Take those ingredients, keep them in jars or in sacks or store them, and say, all right, I've got a certain number of magical ingredients related to the thing I want to create. Like if you want a cloak of displacement, be like, all right, I'm going to hunt for the legendary displacer beast in the Weald. So once you get the materials from the creature that's magical, you can use those as an ingredient in the crafting of the item that you want. And the blacksmith can cover the +1 magic part of things, and then you'll have the extra bit, and potentially a spellcaster, maybe like Leiron can get involved. Whoever's got some spells so that they can help imbue it in the item creation process. As long as you have a caster there casting the spell into it every day, you can sort of get magical effects into it. So we can work out something where if you use enough resources, you can create a specific magical item effect.
Gun
Okay.
of fireball.
Okay. I give Tinkerton this werewolf eye, and I'm like, here, store it in a jar or something.
Yeah,
I
keep diligent records of the magical beast creature parts that you get. Save
okay.
them up. I mean, Mad God, don't you have a whole bunch of goo from the shambler? The
Goo.
shambler tentacles, you harvested a
I have
bunch of them.
I have 5 shambler tentacles,
So there you
but
go.
they're magical.
He's got a bunch of ingredients already.
Yeah, but all you told me all I can really use them for whetstones so far. I'm not really sure how they're used.
Well, like I said, ingredients. Like if you want to make a magic item, you've got some parts, but you'll probably want to get others. And it should be related. So I can't think of a magic item that's related to the shambler other than bag of
They
holding.
scream and cause terror.
Take a foot back.
Or they can kind of teleport.
The shambler lives in a pocket dimension. The bag of holding is a pocket dimension. So therefore, those are bag of holding ingredients that I gave you a long time ago.
Interesting.
Well, I have an idea of what I can do, but DM, how many more magical animals would I have to get ingredients from in order to give uh, a bane spell effect to a weapon?
Bane weapon. Let me look.
Like a
Bane of the pigmen.
like how the how the Beast Slayer ring gives extra damage against beasts and such. You know, I have a werewolf eye now from Long, and I have
Amen.
half of the poisonous venom from the sac of a Darkest Dungeon spider. So I was thinking, you know, like a Bane of Beasts spell that that the weapon would deal additional damage to any beast type enemies. Like a minor Bane that does an additional 1d4 against a specific enemy.
Do you want to kill animals with our druid in the party?
Who can cast Bane
Murder.
in this group?
Bane, me.
You. Yeah. All right. Yeah. If Mad can cast the spell into the item as it's being crafted every day, yeah, you could make a Bane weapon. It's got to be like a sword or an axe.
Piggy
Yeah.
Needle can do it too, though.
Sure. It could be either a sorceress or it could be holy in nature, depending on which you do.
Well, it's bard or cleric.
It would
I can just
probably be like an aligned sort of thing. Like if it's
I'm
done
not
by
going to enable you to kill animals. Why would I do that? The
What if they're
druid will
trying?
yell at me, and I'll never hear the end of it.
What if
Well,
they're trying?
okay. Here are the circumstances. If you kill animals and take just one part of them and leave the rest, of course I'm gonna be annoyed. If you use all of it, I don't be as. If you kill them just
You have to eat
because,
the whole thing. You have to eat the whole dragon after you murder.
yeah, sell it, eat it. I don't care. Just use it.
Do spiritual Indian style. Use all of the animal.
Right. We now have
Yeah.
to move here and live next to its corpse for a month because that's how long
Right,
it's going to
but
take to get through it.
I Pig counter argument. I'm not going to be firing at every single animal that we come across. It has to be a magical animal, which means most likely it'll be an enemy that will be facing.
Well, what kind of magical animals? Werewolves? Those kind of
Werewolves, the
Werewolves
dark
aren't magical
dungeon
animals.
spider.
Yeah, they are.
I thought they're shapeshifters.
Well, see, the shapeshifting is magic, right? Like druid magic. So it's a magical
Yep.
beast. Like a were-rat counts as a magical beast too, doesn't he? I'd swear
Yes,
they do.
lycanthropy, even
It's
though it's
human
considered a
shape
curse,
changer.
is still a magical
No
transfer.
animal.
Well, anyway,
They're
for the
they're
purposes of
exceptions.
magic item components, they do count, despite their type context in D&D.
Yeah. Okay.
So, werewolf fur, werewolf eyeballs. Maybe not the eyeballs so much, but werewolf flesh that's regenerative and reacts to the moon. There's like that one sword of the moon. Werewolf flesh would definitely be a good ingredient. Werewolf oil, maybe you use it to.
The fatty tissues from the werewolf. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would make sense. Like anything you can make sense out of it, like any kind of like if you could get one of those sea dragons that almost wiped out Mad God, um, you could.
And then just have thunderous smite every single time you swing it.
Well, you'd craft
Oh,
like a
hey,
lightning weapon out of it, or lightning resistant armor from its scales.
I found Bubbly.
Hey, there's Bubbly.
Cool.
It's hiding behind some bags.
You want Bane the spell, or you want it to do more damage to a creature?
More
What he
damage to
wants
a
is
creature.
like the Bane weapon,
Yeah.
which is a specific type gets extra damage. It would be like necrotic extra damage, like a D6 or something.
Looking for that dice.
Bane doesn't deal damage.
The spell doesn't.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. It's just called the same thing.
Right.
It's like the Beast Slayer ring. Instead, it's like a beast's bane, which would be an axe or a sword or something.
I'll read the description. It's a +1 bonus magic weapon. A Bane weapon excels against certain creatures. Against a designated foe, the weapon's enhancement bonus is +2 better than its actual bonus. It deals an extra 2d6 points of damage against such foes. And then there's a percentile table for what type of creature. It goes aberration, animal, construct, dragon, fey, humanoid, pick one subrace, magical beasts, monstrous humanoids, oozes, outsiders, plants, undead, and vermin.
Now, is a flaming sword better?
I don't know.
Flaming sword is always better.
When your short sword goes from doing 1d6 to doing 3d6 plus 3 against goblins when you're fighting goblins, it's pretty handy.
And since I suggest that I'm only suggesting, but I think we should go for the mission that has the hag. So we'll be going to the Weald. So the most that we're going to usually run
Raid her
into there
pantry.
will either be will either be
Raid her
eldritch enemies or beast enemies. So I was thinking I could collect a whole bunch of magical ingredients from beasts and create a weapon that excels in the Weald because it's a Bane weapon.
This is weird. In 3.5, they said you needed to be able to cast Summon Monster in order to craft this item.
Oh.
But
Well,
I mean, I'm pretty sure the hag
Mad
has
has
like
Summon
that.
Familiar.
Yeah, that'll
I
do.
can summon creatures too.
That'll do. We'll fudge it. It's fine.
It's in my list. I'm a cleric. I have all the things.
They really make magic item creation very undefined in 5e, so we're just winging it. It's fine.
DM discretion.
Yay!
I would like you to quest for things and get resources that you spend, like monster materials, but if you do that, then I'm fine with you making magic items.
All right.
Just make it an adventure rather than a mechanical thing like I go to the shop, I get this thing.
Yeah, no. That's why I suggest going and taking down the hag, because we're going to be going and doing a quest anyways. Why not pick up a few things along the way?
Right. So if we look at your little quest board, you've actually pretty much wiped it out except for the hag.
Well, let's go then.
So I could actually get rid of this third one.
Smitty,
Smitty's
coming
safe.
on a boss fight.
Drew dropped by to say hello.
What's up, Drew?
Notice.
Nani? I'm good. How are you?
Hi.
Were you on a stream, Drew? Support
Konnichiwa.
other stream.
Do I want to what?
Get on my stream.
Support other streamers.
I didn't know you were streaming. I didn't see you.
Every
Ninja's always streaming when he has the sessions.
Oh, thank God! I'll get all my alt accounts and follow you.
All of them?
All of them, all three of them.
All of them? Do you want a link? I can give it to you.
I'm trying to find you.
Your Discord is up on your stream, Ninja.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's like streamer mode is enabled, and then it shows everything.
Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
Let me click on Ninja. Let me click on your profile. And let me send you a friend request.
This is a good time to get a coffee.
You're fucking.
Could be very well a good time to get coffee.
Right.
I'm at the bottom of my cup of coffee, and I could use one myself.
I'm gonna go get
should
my
we
first
take
cup so
a-
I can do that. That's the point. Go break.
Oh yeah, Ninja
Yeah.
Galt found you. I'm already following.
All right. Well, this is my stream. This is my Darkest Dungeon game. This is the Darkest Dungeon Hamlet right here. Everybody's doing some downtime, and you can see all my nice little
What
buildings.
is this? MTV Cribs?
MTV Cribs. Look at
Yo, dude,
Hello,
my
all
Hamlet.
my
Look at my
brothers
Hamlet.
and sisters.
I heard you like an Abbey in your Hamlet, so I put an Abbey in the Abbey. All right.
It's raining on the game board. All your pieces are gonna get wet.
They sure will. Yeah. That's to let you know that
It's-
it's spooky. It's always raining here.
Yep, it's always miserable in the Hamlet, but we do the best that we can.
However, the inn is
Heck.
pretty nice. You can see if I zoom way in here. There's been an earthquake recently, so everybody's laying on the floor, but look at all the happy people in the inn.
Recently.
Drew, I actually rolled so well at the alchemist table that I managed to cure Mad's crimson curse.
Oh shit! Like I know what that means, but congratulations.
Trust me, the crimson curse is something you do not want in this game.
It's like
It
Gives you
vampirism
some
for
dummies.
benefits, but the cons overweigh the benefits.
Who doesn't want to be a cool ass sparkly vampire, right?
Not me.
How's Jane and Ellen doing?
Jane and Ellen. Well, they've been pigging out. Smitty's sister is starting to talk just like them in a Valley Girl accent. Uh,
Oh God.
Oh
Please.
no, it's spreading.
it's becoming
Smitty,
a,
how have you been?
it's
Oh my
becoming a
God! Like
trend.
you've so gotta come and see this.
So they actually haven't gone adventuring yet. They've mostly been just hanging out in town, being spectacular and glowing a lot. So the main quirk of Jane is that she constantly uses a minor illusion cantrip to make herself appear to be the chosen one, the holiest of the holies.
Ugh.
So you hear the trumpets, you hear the angelic choirs, you see the halo over her head.
Bishop will smite you.
Well, all right. So here's the thing, though.
What if we introduced her to the bishop?
So not the bishop. She hasn't met him yet, but she did go to the abbey at one point, and she rolled a 9 on her charisma check, right?
Right.
And so like the dude at the abbey, the monk, he hasn't had any visitors in a really long time. So
Ahem.
yeah,
Oh wait.
you don't spend that much
Yeah, I
time
go to
here. You
yeah,
go
I go
to
to
the
the bishop
fancy
now.
one.
He's I go to the fancy one now. Yeah.
All right, so he's gonna take in Jane the Vestal as his new replacement for Leiron, and they're gonna move into the rundown abbey here, and so Father Gregory is gonna start to talk like her too.
Oh no.
She's a bigger infection than the Crimson Curse.
Uh-huh.
Oh Christ.
It's like really terrible, you know.
Like, oh my God, there was like these vampires and they had like these giant pointy teeth. And he was like, oh my God, like stick it in my neck. And I was like, no, I don't want that in my neck. And he was like, yes, I want to suck it in your neck. And then before I knew it, I'd lost like 1 pint of blood, you guys.
And then later in the week when He-Man was getting uncursed, it was him saying, like, I can totally like fix your spear, man. Like I can totally do it. Like I can
Oh
tomorrow.
God.
Wait until tomorrow and like I'll really do it for you. For the low price of 90 gold.
Oh God.
I'm just like you've been in contact with Jane, haven't you?
Yes. She's there, in fact. She'll hover and have a conversation with Ellen in the background.
How do you kill the snake? Cut off its head.
If Jane was the chosen one, she should have been the one to break the curse. Seems like Father Gregory is the chosen one.
Maybe.
I feel like we're gonna end up with like a One Punch Man situation where like we're gonna do all the fucking work, and at the end of it, Jane will just be there like, I am the chosen one. I've done it. I don't know what I did, but done. I've saved the world. And
Yeah, for real.
everyone will just be like, oh my God, she did it, Jane, Jane, Jane.
I'm gonna be right back. Break.
Like she's gonna suck up all the credit.
I thought the trope of like One Punch Man is that everybody else gets the credit but One Punch Man.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I mean.
It's like
Why-
King.
Yeah, King doesn't fight any of the monsters, but he gets all the respect for Saitama's kills.
His luck
We are
skill
the
is
Saitama in this.
999.
She is the king.
King's deception is level 999. He just bullshits his way out.
Oh my God, it's the King engine. It's just his heartbeat. Fucking hell.
Okay.
All right. Well, it is 10 to 7 in the morning for me. I know the DM's gone, but I don't care. So I'm going to go to sleep.
Alright, good night.
I will hopefully see all of you at 1 o'clock on Tuesday. Okay, Pig and Fox.
Get a job.
I have got a job. I'm on furlough. I'm stuck in the house because of Corona.
I work at home. Get a real job.
No. Anyway, I'll see most of you on Tuesday.
I'll try. I will do my best as always.
And the same goes to you, Diamond. Try not to sleep over it next time.
I literally had 2 hours of sleep today.
Is Diamond even here?
No.
Ugh.
He's busy giving himself lung cancer.
Somebody scold him for me then.
Will do.
I mean,
No
I won't
problem.
be here. Pig, scold him. Tell him to be here on time on Tuesday.
You got it.
All right, see you.
We'll
Bye.
make a pact.
Blood. A
We
sneezing
should
pact.
show up for our DDO games.
Only
Anyway.
Mad play DDO. Yeah, it's
Nah,
okay. Get out
you
of
need
here.
a
Go for it.
subscription, don't you? I
You
tried to,
don't.
but you need a
You
Yeah,
don't.
you
It's free to
do.
play. You don't.
Then why is it that whenever I log on, it says this account doesn't have an active subscription?
I would love to help you troubleshoot that whenever you're available.
Ugh. When I wake up.
Okay.
Anyway, see ya. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so I guess we're done then.
I suppose.
Oh. Diamond's like, all right, onward. Mad's like, now's my chance.
Run away. There, I made a shrine of Dagon right here with a skulls, a chest, and a key with a really big flame. Oh boy.
Well, okay. Suppose we'll just stop then. Save this character.
Wait, I thought you don't worship Dagon.
No, it's
sure
for the
don't.
shaman that lives with me.
Oh, okay.
That one roommate.
It's like, I must respect everybody's religion.
Pretty much.
Mad went to bed. No, Ninja. Whoa. I was looking at Diamond's name and trying to say Ninja. Whoops. So that's that.
Okay, this candle isn't working. Its flame's too big. I need like a fish or something. Actually, I know Ninja has fish tokens somewhere over here. Time to look for the fish. I have found. Wait, those are not fish. Where are the fish tokens?
And I'm back.
Welcome back. Hey Ninja.
So-
I'm trying to make a shrine of Dagon thing at my pool for the shaman, but I'm looking for like a fish or a candle or something to put.
Hmm. Got a thing. Got a thing for that. Hang on.
Mhm.
Maybe I lost it. Hang on. I should still have a copy that I can
We
get
ready to do this?
Mad Laugh Diamond, you smoked too long.
You
Oh,
smoked
for
too long.
fuck's sake.
Was he getting tired? Is it too late for him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Oh, yeah. He does live halfway across the world.
There is that.
Europeans and their need for sleep. Harump.
Oh no, he said it's 10 to 7. So
Yeah, that's more like it.
Oh, okay.
Still pretty late in the general scheme of things for him.
probably. I told him to get a job.
Well, I guess this gives you time to prepare the wheeled maps for
That would be
next
nice.
session.
Take all of the magical beast items in the hag's hut.
I don't think there would be that much magical beast as there would be human stuff.
I found it. All right. Maybe I'll
Oh.
copy a token. Make a copy of this crest thing here. And plop it down on the board there.
I mean,
And
she's a hag, not just a straight up cannibal.
Did you not read the quest debriefing?
Yeah, she is a cannibal, but not just a cannibal. She brews things from unusual materials. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you're just going to consider that like only
Well,
human stuff, parts.
I mean, she does have the ability seasoned to perfection, which does, have
mm,
a bit more to it than human stuff, but that's pretty much it. And most of those things usually seem very mundane in the animation, like you can see that there's a frog's leg in there, but it looks like just a normal frog's leg.
Pretty sure she collects some maybe like really big ass spiders that are out in the forest or some other stuff like those big grubs too.
Yeah, and I guess we could put that towards Bane of Vermin, so because
And
that's
maybe those magical
technically
zombie
considered.
mushroom men.
Yeah, and then that would be aberrations, Bane of Aberrations. I think Eldritch would be considered aberrations, right?
Are you still shopping?
also, the blacksmith is like, I'm going to be busy for the next 25
Months.
days.
Oh, that long? Did he finish the shield and the other thing during the what was it, your +1 hammer, war hammer or something?
I figure if he works on that stuff all week, he could maybe accomplish it. But full plate armor, that's a serious task for any blacksmith. So even with
Yeah.
the new hirelings that he's taken on, even splitting the work across 3 people, it's still uh, gonna take a while, almost a month.
Damn, 4 sessions.
Well, once we take care of the hag, we could probably downplay spending more than 1 week of downtime. I mean, we've done it before.
I suppose so.
I mean, I don't need that full plate meal. We don't need anything. We can just go kill her and come back. That'll take a month
Yeah,
anyway.
no.
Yeah, no. What I was saying was is we can go, we can kill her, and then we can downplay that. We wait the rest of the time it takes for the blacksmith to take care of your plate,
And then
and then
Ninja
we
preps other stuff.
Right.
Say like, oh, these people had 4 weeks of downtime to do stuff.
All right. Is anybody Diamond? You're level 1.
level 2.
Level 2. The hag would level up Diamond. I don't think it would level up anybody else.
It'd still help. It'd
Uh-huh.
give me the.
Then you-
It'd give me my spellcasting abilities.
Right. Well, there's much treasure to be had, of course, because it is the one big active quest in the area. That alchemist really wants her gear. He wants it bad, and it'll improve what he can do.
Which in turn will actually improve what I'm able to do too.
So in a roundabout way, this is a town improvement quest. The alchemist will benefit from having all of the hag's cook pot and alchemy stores, all of her rare
Yeah.
ingredients and stuff, and her recipe books
Speaking
most of all.
cookpot, I need to go finish up my 3E equipment.
You know, I actually find it quite funny that I managed to eke out that town event thanks to that natural 20, because I'm not an alchemist. I'm just a regular old battle smith tinker, artificer, not the alchemist artificer. But it's nice that yeah. I'm sorry, I'm tooting my own horn a little bit too
The
much.
RNG was on your side. There was actually something else that came up first, but it was something that had already happened like 2 weeks back, and I didn't want redundancy in it. Or not redundancy. I didn't want repeats basically. So I hit reroll. And the next one was actually something that I didn't want to happen right now at all because it was like a specific thing. Certain events are tied to certain things that happen, and that was like one you couldn't have yet. So I cycled it one more time, and that was the one you got.
Nice. RN Jesus for the win.
All right, I'm gonna end the stream. Thanks for
All
watching.
right.
Okay.
Mhm.